Hello, sir.
How you doing?
How's it going, Tom? Good to see you, mate.
Tom has hundreds of animals in his care, but it's a newly arrived orphan rabbit that's the reason for Tom's call to Scott.
We thought when the rabbit was found, I mean, he was dumped in a box just on one of the entrances to the farm, and I thought when it became apparent that he would need a little bit of surgery, that Scott would be the man to phone. We'll go and see him, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Right, so here he is.
Let's have a look at him. So what's the name of my patient today, Tom?
He's been christened Cookie.
Cookie, okay.
Yep.
All right.
See if we can get him.
Yeah. This wrangling rabbits thing can actually prove quite difficult.
Yeah, he's going to give us the runaround, that's for sure.
Where are you, mate? In classic rabbit style, they are very difficult to catch. I don't think they are that impressed by a vet visit, and they're trying their best to escape my clutches.
There he is.
Come on. Oh, yeah, got him. Okay. Come here, mate. Okay. You're quick, but you're not quick enough. How's it going? Hello there. You okay?
He seems bright and healthy, and as you see, he's moving.
He's
all
moving
right.
very well. Definitely quite strong and healthy. Nice teeth as well. Boy. A little feel of your tummy. Okay, well, I mean, generally, physically, he's a very fine specimen. So, have you noticed any concerning issues or physical traits you're bothered about?
There is one problem that sort of got a little bit bigger.
Right.
Really. I think he may need to be castrated.
Right.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, sir? So once I finally get hold of Cookie and I have a look at him, clearly he's a very happy rabbit, but Tom informs me that he has been quite the naughty boy.
They're just down in here.
Oh my goodness, they are so cute, aren't they? Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that they are Cookie's kids because
They are.
3 of them look very clearly like him, don't they?
Yep.
And how many babies are we looking at here?
There's
lots.
actually 9 in there.
Wow.
What happened was a bit of an accident. Basically, as someone was going in to feed the girls, they had let the boy out first and he quickly saw his chance. I think he was in there for only 30 seconds, a couple of minutes, something like that. So it doesn't take much time. I think if you would have blinked, you would have missed it, but there you go.
Oh dear. We definitely don't need another 30 seconds, do we?
No, we don't need a repeat performance.
No.
So now Tom wants Scott to take Cookie back to the Richmond Practice for castration surgery.
Well, let us know how you get on.
Well, come on then, let's go.
Your favourite. Ready? Sit. Good boy. Ready? Go.
Come on.
Near Brighton, Jack Russell Snugs is up to his usual tricks.
Stop. No, stop squeaking now, look.
Oh, look, you've done the squeak.
You've broken it. New ball, please. Stop.
Owner Amy and partner Ryan are kept busy with the lively 13-year-old.
He's had 2 balls within 20 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He's partial to the occasional stick as well, so he just chew up. I think he just gets to a point where he just has to destroy it, so...
get it.
But recently, Snugs has developed a limp.
You good boy.
It just flares up. If he goes out for a long walk, he'll just, by the end of it, he'll start limping a little bit.
Yeah.
He's quite happy for us to touch it and look at it.
The couple are good friends with Scott's vet nurse, Reagan, and she discovered the possible cause of Snug's limp.
Reagan was visiting with her dog Shiloh. We were having a little bit of a play date and we were giving him some belly rubs. She did notice a small lump on his leg.
Reagan immediately suggested the couple take Snugs to see Scott up in Richmond.
Having Reagan as a friend of ours has been quite important because Snugs can be quite nervous about the vet. So it would be really nice that if anything does happen, that he's got somebody there that he really trusts and that he's comfortable with. You're our little Snuggies, aren't you?
Amy wants to do everything she can for Snugs after the elderly dog was such a special companion to her dying mum.
Good boy. Mum got diagnosed with cancer, and some days Mum maybe didn't have the sort of feeling to go out or, you know, to be active, but having Snugs was that reason to get up and go and have a walk, and he gave to her unconditional love, and probably in the time that she needed it most, really, in her life.
Fearing the little dog may now have his own health problems, Amy has booked him in for an appointment with Scott tomorrow.
Good boy, Paul. I'd hate to think that he's in any discomfort at all, so it would just be nice to know, to get to the bottom of it, really. Yay,
Good boy, Snugs.
Good boy.
Hey, Nath.
Oh, hi, Scott. What have you got for us today, then?
Well, I've got a very handsome Lothario, and it isn't me, it's him.
At the Richmond clinic, Scott has arrived back from Mudchute Farm with Cookie for the rabbit's castration surgery.
He's managed to father some babies at Mudchute Farm that they didn't quite expect were going to be running around, and now we just need to put paid to his stud behaviour.
Assisting Scott is vet nurse Nathan.
I think this is the one all the fathers warn their girls about, isn't it?
This rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. He wouldn't get past the front door of my place. Seriously, that's it. Okay, well, let's get to work. Sorry, buddy. Oh, ouchie. I know, ouchie, ouchie. Good boy.
Yeah, all okay.
Anesthetics in rabbits can be quite fraught because they're quite nervous, stressful animals, and they're also quite delicate as well. Is it moving the bag? It's just this colour's not great.
Just moments into the procedure, Scott is concerned about Cookie's breathing.
Can you just be quiet for a second?
That's a breath.
Okay, but that's moving, so...
Yeah, he's breathing.
Yeah, actually his colour's improving now. It just pushed it back a little bit further. Okay. This is an early scare that I don't need. Cookie's breathing seems a little bit irregular. If you want to take him through and then I'll get scrubbed up. But now, hopefully, it's stabilised. Okay?
So just looking at his colour, it's gone a bit purpley.
But seconds later, Cookie is in trouble again.
Running into the surgery room, I can see that Cookie is blue and he is simply not breathing. This colour's awful. Extend his neck. We set to work straight away, trying to stimulate him to start breathing again. Can you see breath there? His heart's still going.
Yeah, heart's still going.
Breath? Breath?
At the Richmond clinic, Scott is doing everything he can to resuscitate Cookie. The rabbit has stopped breathing just minutes after being anaesthetised.
Yeah, heart rate's come up.
Seeing that Cookie isn't breathing and that he's going blue, it's very, very nerve-wracking. These are very stressful and nervous animals, and they are prone to anaesthetic reactions, basically where the drugs that we use aren't well received by the patient's system, and that seems to be the case here with Cookie. His heart's strong.
Yeah, you can see the blood pumping through. It's kind of like...
It's good.
His colour's better.
Yeah, but I think we should get the antecedent into him anyway. I just don't like this. Nathan and I are battling really hard to try and get Cookie to breathe again, and the worry is starting to rise in me. So I decide that we're going to pull out of the anaesthetic altogether. So we give him the reversal agent, which should mop up all the drugs that we knocked him out with in the first place. So you just need to keep stimulating. Come on. Can't feel anything, can... No. It's a real battle to keep Cookie alive. We are breathing for him. We are trying to stimulate him to start breathing on his own, at the same time listening very intently to his heart, which is beginning to slow. Come on, mate.
Cookie has now been unresponsive for 6 minutes, despite Scott's use of numerous medications to try to stimulate the rabbit's system.
No, he's gone. Despite our best efforts, Cookie is simply not responding, and sadly, his heart stops.
After battling to save the little rabbit, Scott and Nathan are devastated.
So our patient's passed away, which is heartbreaking. Yeah, we fought valiantly as much as and as hard as we could, but he just seemed to react very badly to the drugs, and you never know that until you give a drug, and then you fight to counter the side effects. And we're incredibly shocked and upset that this has happened on our watch. We're trained to deal with these situations, but unfortunately, this one we didn't win, and Nathan and I are heartbroken.
Next morning, Scott's practice manager Maz is on a special mission.
Hello.
Hello, love. You must be Babs.
Oh, I'm Babs.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
I've just got the world's smallest letter.
Babs recently contacted the practice asking for help to find her a new companion dog.
I watch your programme on TV. I wonder if you could find a small dog, as I lost my Timmy. He had a heart attack. I gave him the kiss of life.
Oh.
And rubbed his heart but could not get him back. I would pay all expenses if you could bring a small dog to me. Why do you miss having a dog around? What is it that you want the most about having another dog around?
Well, for company and to love.
Babs is living on her own. She's in a one-bed bungalow, but she's got this beautiful garden. What she can offer this dog is a very warm, safe environment. She's got her garden well secured. She's got friends around that are willing to walk the dog for her. So it's just the perfect situation.
Yeah, I should spoil it rotten.
Yes, I bet you will.
Like I did Timmy.
Yeah, I bet
So I hope you can do your best for me.
I'm going to do everything I can, Babs, OK? Leave it with me and I will... I'll see what I can do.
Lovely,
All
thank
right.
you. Yeah, I'm very pleased, very grateful. Give us a kiss.
Oh, mwah!
You've got lipstick on you now.
Have I? Does it suit me?
I don't usually use it, but I thought I'd put some on for a change.
Come on, boy.
At the Richmond Practice, Jack Russell Snuggs and owners Amy and Ryan are here to see Scott about a worrying lump that's appeared on the dog's leg.
Hi.
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, good. Here, Snuggies, who's this?
Vet nurse and family friend Reagan first pointed out the lump to Amy.
God, he's so cute.
Oh, he's a good boy.
How's he been?
Yeah, he's not bad. Just want to figure out what's going on with this little lump here.
Yeah. We'll have lots of cuddles and everything today.
Good boy.
Hey.
Yeah?
Cool. So do you want to just take a seat and Scott will come out and see you in a
Okay.
sec? All right.
Lovely.
See you in a bit.
Go on, go, Daddy.
Good boy.
I met Amy and Ryan this year, and instantly me and Amy just clicked. She has this vibe about her, and I just love her personality, and obviously love how much she also loves animals.
Fetch a ball. Fetch it.
Get a ball. Get a ball.
Good boy.
I think he's found all the balls you possibly have in the practice, so it's quite nice to see him quite relaxed, and yeah, he doesn't seem that stressed, which is nice.
Well, someone seems like he's taking advantage of the amenities.
Yeah, I think he's in dog heaven at the moment.
Snugs. So this is Snugs?
Yeah, Snugs, come on.
Come here.
Hello. Oh, I think there's a ball stuck under there.
Yes. He's looking very snugly in his jacket. Hello, champ.
He protects us all.
Yeah. All right, then. Do you want to come on in? We have to get him away from those toys. Here, look,
Yeah.
Snugs, what's this? Snugs, it. Come on.
Ooh,
What's this?
come on.
Come on. What's this? Look. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Good boy.
Oh, yes. You're easily bought, aren't you? He's obviously here for a reason, and not because of his low energy levels.
Yeah, certainly not
Because
that.
he's full of himself, isn't he? So what brings you here today?
A couple of months ago, he was out walking and he looked like he'd stung his paw, is what it looked like, so he started limping on it.
And then Reagan and I noticed that there was an actual lump on the leg, so obviously that's... But there's no change in his behaviour, or he doesn't seem sort of overly concerned, just sometimes limps.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's quite handy to have a mate that's a veterinary.
Yes, yeah, really handy.
Yeah. All right, so let me just have a little feel of this, champ. Can I have a little feel of your leg?
Good
you go.
boy.
Boy.
Good boy, it's okay.
Okay.
It's all right.
Good boy.
So it's this bony lump on the
Yes.
inside of the right knee. Is
Yes,
that what you're
that's
concerned
it, yeah.
about?
Yeah, good boy, it's all right.
So he doesn't like me touching it, does he? Straight away I can feel the lump that Reagan could feel. I give it even the slightest of presses and Snugs, not happy, goes around to potentially tell me off. But it's clear that it's uncomfortable and it's painful. What I just want to do is just to flex and extend the leg. So if you just hold his head for me.
Yeah, he's all right.
Just want to see.
Good boy. Shush. He knows it's serious now.
Yeah.
Good boy.
That lump is a little concerning, I must
Yeah.
be honest, because it does feel like bone.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
And when you've got a lump of bone on one of the limbs, unfortunately, sometimes it can be some things that you don't want it to be, things like cancer, potentially. It's really difficult to sugarcoat my concerns, because if it is bone cancer, then it really is a death sentence. So I'm sorry to upset
sorry.
you. I know it's okay. It's all right. I know it's a shock, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite upsetting. So just trying to keep it together for the moment, just to actually wait and see and what the issue is really.
Not to worry just yet, but
Yeah.
so, fingers crossed.
The type of tumours that a bony tumour
Right.
can present as are generally quite painful indeed, and that pain ramps up quite quickly to the
Right.
point where they're very lame.
Okay.
First things first, we need to take some bloods to make
Okay.
sure that he is running perfectly healthily.
Yeah.
Give him a sedation to be able to keep him still enough to take an X-ray. If it is a tumour, they have a very distinctive look on X-ray. So it will be quite quick and quite easy to be able to say yes or no.
Okay.
Being a vet, it's about having a diagnostic list that you then shoot down. And in this instance, I'm racking my brains to try and think of anything else but bone cancer that this could be. And I'm coming up short, because everything else would be presenting in a very different way. You're going to say goodbye to Mummy and Daddy. Keep your chap.
See you soon. There you go.
Be good.
No worries. Yes, be good.
Good boy, Snug. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. See you later.
My pleasure. Bye, guys.
Bye. Hi, love.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
How did it go? You all right?
Yeah, so
What did Scott say then?
just going to take some blood tests and then hopefully do an X-ray just to see what the lump is.
Just try not to worry. And as soon as we get any results, call you back in and Scott will talk you through everything, all right?
Great.
Lovely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, well, we'll see you later.
Okay, darling. I'll
All
see you in a
right,
bit.
Bye.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know who's more worried, you or them. Hey. Yeah.
It's all right.
Good boy. Okay, so have a little snooze, my friend, okay?
At the Richmond Practice, Scott and vet nurse Reagan are prepping 13-year-old Snugs for X-rays to find the cause of the lump on his right hind leg.
We're concerned about the fact that not only this boy is an old boy, so this anaesthetic might be risky, but also we're sedating him thinking that we're going to be diagnosing something not very nice. So it's a bit of a sad moment. I'm now getting a better chance to assess it, and you can just sort of see it visually. You know, it's not
It is quite-
something that we can wish away anymore. It is there.
It did strike me as being in sort of an, I guess, unusual place rather than being directly on the knee or something like that. That's why I did feel it.
It's definitely hard and bony.
Does it feel like it's completely attached to?
Yep.
It does feel. Okay.
Yep, as much as I don't want it to be. This is a really hard one to navigate because when you have a hard lump on a bone in an old dog, it doesn't take much to think, you know what, that might be bone cancer. The only thing I can come up with is potential trauma, that there's a swelling there, but there's no history to back that up. Okay, all right. X-ray.
If Snug's leg bone appears pitted or pockmarked on the X-ray, it will confirm Scott's fears that the little dog has bone cancer.
Okay. Not quite what I was expecting. Looking at these X-rays, I feel pretty confident that it isn't bone cancer, which is fantastic. There really doesn't seem to be the classic kind of coral-like appearance to the bone. It all looks pretty good, but it's still a little bit of a question mark as to what this lump is, but it's not associated with the bone, so I'll take that. It's good.
While Snugs is still fully anaesthetised, Scott now wants to recheck his range of movement to hopefully shed some new light on the mysterious lump.
Bending and flexing, extending, moving all of the joints around, and just doing some assessments that Snugs would allow me to do in the consult room. It's weighing up everything. It's certainly not something that you want to jump into a diagnosis because it's serious if I get it wrong. Okay. Right. So that's I don't think I've ever smiled whilst diagnosing that before.
What does he have?
He has a mild cruciate rupture.
I'm so happy. Oh my God. I cannot wait for you to tell Amy. I think she's just gonna be so happy.
It's very good news. Yeah, very good, but I just needed some time to make sure.
Okay.
So maybe I'm an old dog as well, and my cogs are turning slower than they used to. I don't know. Eureka! I find that the stifle, the knee, has some instability, which would suggest that Snugs may have a cruciate ligament rupture, and that then all explains why he's also got a lump. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. Your anxious wait is over. Come down and see your guy.
Thank you.
Ta-da!
Hey, baby. It's your Hello. Good boy. Hello.
So where have you been?
Hey, look.
Good boy.
Oh, look, we're matching Snugs.
I chose it just for you.
Oh, you're a bit sleepy.
Good boy.
Okay, so I know that you guys are desperately worried and anxious about what I'm about to say. So I'm going to make it very easy for you that the news is good.
That's good.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. Told you.
But it was a little bit of a complicated web that we needed to unwind.
Okay.
Okay, because up until this point, you thought that the lump caused the limp.
Yeah.
Right.
But in fact, it's the limp that's caused the lump.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So I'm going to show you the x-rays. Let's just go and have a little look here. So there's the kneecap. Okay, there's his femur, and there's a tibia and fibula. The lump is on the side of his knee, as we all could feel, and is still there. So what in fact your dog has is a potentially partially or completely ruptured cruciate ligament.
Right.
So that's an important ligament in the knee that basically stabilizes the stifle, the knee joint. And what's happened over a period of time is that the body has naturally tried to stabilize it by bridging the gap, and it's bridged it by producing this thick bit of tissue here. That tissue is developed over this, which is a normal part of the bone, and that's why we could feel that prominent lump.
Right.
But rather than thinking that the lump was causing the limp, actually the lump has helped to probably make the limp a little better.
Right.
But because you, as loving, doting owners, didn't realise that he had a knee injury, you've kept exercising him, and so it hasn't had the chance to heal.
Okay.
So from bone cancer to cruciate ligament is a long way away from each other.
That's sort of
Yeah.
Good boy.
My treatment plan for Snugs moving forward is restricted exercise, rest, and anti-inflammatories. Worst case scenario, if it gets worse, if he starts being more lame, we can have him back in and perform surgery.
Good boy.
And it just means that he maybe needs to behave a little bit more like the old timer that he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. More sort of casual walks in the park
Okay.
and naps rather than really long, energetic walks.
All right. Bye-bye,
Right, should we take you home?
Bye-bye, buddy.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Fine. No worries, my pleasure.
Thank you so much for looking
That's all
after
right. I'm
me.
so glad
Thank you. It's all right.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I suppose today is a real good example of our job. It's sometimes not clear cut. It's not easy. You have to work with people's emotions at the same time as use your brain and understand what's going on with an animal that can't tell you what's wrong with them. So to put all of those things together is really the definition of our job. I'm just really glad that I got a good result. Owner's happy, dog's happy, so am I.
Come on, Flo.
Maz's search for a new dog for elderly Babs has taken her north to Nottinghamshire after a call from a local rescue centre.
I'm on my way to meet them now, and hopefully they're going to have the right dog for Babs.
Maz is heading to the Jerry Green Rescue Centre.
Hi, Molly! Are we ready to go? Are we ready?
Where manager Sapphire has lined up a very special little rescue dog that's in need of a new home.
But they actually think they've got the right dog with all of Babs's requirements, everything she wanted. So this might be it. This might be the absolute cherry on the cake. Fingers crossed, everything goes well.
Hi. Hello,
It's Molly.
Hi, Molly. Hello, beautiful. Oh, sweetheart. Hello. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
She really is, isn't she?
Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hi.
She's very kissy.
Are you all about the kisses? Are you? Oh, yes. Oh, lovely. Thank you. I'll give you a kiss too.
Molly's 8.5, so she's not a young puppy. She's not going to take too much maintenance. So she lived with a lady before on a one-on-one basis.
Right.
But sadly lost her owner. But it's nice that we found a similar setup for her.
So it's going to be like home for Molly. She's going to understand that. Yes, you are. Oh, you are. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit over in love with her, but I've got to remember that it's Babs who is going to love her more than anything in the world, and I'll be willing to let her go to Babs. So obviously we think that she's the ideal dog for Babs. So what's the next step then?
So the next stage for us would be to take her over to meet Babs and just see if there is that connection there.
Okay.
See how Molly greets Babs and
Yeah.
the same, and just see what the property's like, make sure it is suitable, show
Yeah.
Molly the garden,
Right.
make sure that it's all secure, and hopefully we'll see a really nice connection with Babs and Molly.
No time like the present then?
Yeah, shall we go?
Let's do it.
Yeah, come on then, Molly. Good girl.
Whiskey, heel.
In Isleworth, Scott's next patient is 4-month-old energetic Weimaraner pup, Whiskey.
Come on. We wanted a dog with a big personality, so that's how we decided on getting Whiskey. Woo! He needs 4 walks a day at least, so he's running my life really now. It's complete unconditional love, you know. What more could you want? He's very loyal, very affectionate. He sits on me all the time. He's now a bit too big to sit on me, but he still tries to. He still thinks he's about half the size he really is, and he hardly looks like a puppy anymore. But he really is mentally, definitely.
But recently, Whiskey's owner Fergus has noticed something wrong with the young pup's eye.
His left eyelid has swollen and isn't closing properly, and his left eye gets a lot of gunk on it. So after about a month of this, we thought he's going to have it operated.
So Fergus and Whiskey are heading in to see Scott to find out if anything can be done.
Hello, mates. Hello, handsome. How are you? How are you?
Oh, wow. He's fruity this morning, aren't you? Wow. That's a little bit forward, first date and all, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Come on in the consult room, Fergus.
Okay.
In you come. Come on, Whiskey, good boy. Keep that tongue to yourself. Weimaraner puppies are just gorgeous. They have those beautiful blue-green eyes with little flecks of hazel in them, the beautiful velvety floppy ears that could get caught in a breeze and blow them away. They're just so lovely, and they're really sweet-natured dogs as well. So at the moment what I can see is a very red, inflamed eye and quite a bit of sort of gunky muck coming out of it. Is that pretty much an everyday occurrence for him?
Yeah.
And sometimes does it look actually a lot worse?
Sometimes it looks worse, yeah.
Yeah.
When he wakes up, it's completely shut.
Glued shut, is it? Oh, that's no good. So what he has is something called cherry eye.
Yeah.
The third eyelid, which is the one that comes across the eye, kind of like sort of the curtains at a movie theatre, those ones flick across to kind of protect the eye if they, say, get a scratch from a cat, for example. Mm-hmm. And within that third eyelid lives a gland that can sometimes get inflamed. And when it gets inflamed, it prolapses out. And that then gets irritated and inflamed. And because it's irritated and inflamed, it's bigger, so then it stays out. So we're just going to stain your eye and just see if your tear duct is working. Is that all right? All right, let's just pop these drops in. So this is a dye. And it stains any damaged tissue on the eye. But what it'll also do is pass through the nasolacrimal duct, so basically the tear duct, so from the eye to the nose. That's kind of why when you cry, your nose runs as well. So we're going to just see if the eye's okay, but also if that tear duct is patent or open. Good boy. Oh, that's it. Now don't rub that on Daddy's jumper. Good boy. You got any green snot, mate? Any green snot? So there's no fluorescent green snot, I'm afraid, which sounds like it should be a good thing. But what it means is that that duct just isn't open, which would again explain why he's getting all this discharge from his eye, because tears not only lubricate the eye, but also wash it out. So if they're not allowed to drain, they can accumulate in the eye, and they're a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. So that's why he's got that yucky looking eye. So what we need to do is perform a procedure where we almost make a little hammock for the gland. We just sort of tuck it in nicely into that third eyelid with a couple of sutures. And what that does is just hopefully avoids it from being able to pop out in future. All the inflammation simmers down and we should get a good result. We're going to also flush the tear ducts. Clearly it's blocked at the moment. And hopefully once that third eyelid is less inflamed, we should get the result we're looking for. Love you, Daddy, don't you? But it's time for you to say farewell, for now at least. And I'll give you a call once he's woken up.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my pleasure.
Be good. Be a good boy. Good boy.
See you later, Fergus.
See you later.
Take care.
Say bye.
It's very obvious, by the way, that Fergus is looking at Whiskey that he is absolutely besotted by his floppy-eared friend. They have a very close bond, and clearly it's upsetting when you have to perform surgery on such a young puppy, but we need to fix this eye so he can move forward comfortably. Hey, someone loves his daddy. Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
At Scott's Isleworth Clinic, 4-month-old Weimaraner puppy Whiskey is being prepped by Scott and vet nurse Gina for his eye surgery.
Good boy. I do quite like eye surgery. I suppose there's a little bit of danger to it in that you have to be very careful, very methodical, appreciating how important the structures are in that area. It's a millimetre between doing a good job and piercing the eyes, so you do have to have your wits about you. Phoebes?
Yeah?
Hello, mate. Can I get you to come and hold some stay sutures for me? This is Whiskey. He's a 4-month-old Weimaraner and he's had a history of cherry eye.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that before?
Only once, but not the surgery on it.
So what I need from you is I'm going to be placing some stay sutures into the third eyelid and you're going to sort of hold it and reflect it out for me.
Sure.
And then we'll expose the gland that's within it. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is just placing a couple of little incisions around where the gland is. And that's going to allow me just to stitch them back together after I've tucked the gland back into bed. So the key is to make these incisions not too deep, so you're not cutting through the third eyelid. They don't touch each other, and also you don't do anything bad to the eye. So a lot to think about.
I won't breathe.
Right, so Phoebe, now it's suture time. It's where it gets really interesting. We place the suture on the outside of the third eyelid because we don't want the knot to rub on the cornea, the protective surface of the eye. So what you'll be doing this time around is flapping it back this way.
Okay.
Towards me. And you can see, there we go, hello. That's it. So we go under, a little bit under, right under the gland. So if you flap back.
So this is really tricky. You're fixing an incision on the inside with a suture on the outside.
Yep.
Very clever.
Oh, I didn't design it, I just do it. Phoebe, can you just see there, that slight little indentation just there? See? Yeah, so that's what you're trying to slot into.
The final step is to flush out Whiskey's blocked tear duct.
Yep, it's coming out the nose now. There's loads of it. Yeah, you've got it.
Good. There you go, so the drain has been flushed.
Man of many talents. You're a plumber as well.
Yes. So there we go. That is one corrected third eyelid. So no more cherry eye for Whiskey. And a nice flushed tear duct. So hopefully all that nasty infection will drain away and he'll keep on going to be the very handsome boy that he is.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's wake him up, Gina. Oh dear. Oh. He is just a baby, a big, very long baby. Whiskey is now allowed to recover and he seems to be very comfortable. Well, you wouldn't think so. He's wailing away like a baby. It's not that he's painful, it's just that he's feeling a bit weird, recovering from his anaesthetic. Oh. Okay, he's the cone of shame, mate. I know, it's awful, isn't it? Here we go. There he is in. Got it. Okay, insult to injury, hey? All right, come on, big boy. Here we go. Oh, come on, you big baby.
Whiskey will rest for the next few hours until his sedation has worn off and his owner Fergus can come and take him home.
There you go. All right. Sleep it off and I'll call Daddy.
Come on then, Molly.
In Nottingham, it's time for rescue dog Molly to meet her new owner.
Should we see if they want to come in then?
Oh, no, they're not here already.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, here we are.
Oh, yeah, darling.
Maz has been helping 88-year-old Babs to find a new companion dog.
She's all yours.
Oh, it's good.
Babs has an awful lot to offer a dog. She has compassion. She has so much love that she is ready and willing and able to give to a dog. But most importantly, she's got time, which a lot of people younger actually can't always offer on that 24-hour basis. Come on in, Sapphire.
Hello, my baby. Hello, Sapphire. Hello, darling. Hello, sweetie.
What do you reckon?
Hello, good kiss. Good kiss. And was it lovely? Was it lovely? Was it lovely? Yeah. Yeah. Lovely surprise. I knew they was looking for a dog for me, but I didn't know she'd actually got one. Oh, it was lovely. Oh.
So this is Molly.
Hello, Molly. Lovely, isn't she?
What do you reckon?
She's cold. She wants warming up.
Does she? I think she wants lots of cuddles, does she?
Lots of cuddles, lots of cuddles. Ooh. Lots of cuddles, yes, I know all about it, yes. Yes.
Oh, she's certainly taken to you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
I think it's mutual, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that feeling's mutual.
Yes, she's lovely and I'm ever so grateful, really am. Really am.
Thank you for giving her a good home. It's the best bit about the job is the bit where we can do the actual match and it enriches not only the dog's life but the adopter's life as well. So it's really, really nice just to see that affection between them and know that Molly's got a really good home for the future.
Yes. Yes, you're going to be my baby, aren't you? Honey? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely?
At Scott's Isleworth clinic, Fergus is back to collect eye surgery patient Whiskey.
It's been a very quiet afternoon, a bit nerve-wracking. Just waiting for the phone call to say he's okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Here's your boy.
Hey, Whiskey.
So everything went really well. Good. He's a very good boy. That gland is tucked back nicely into that third eyelid, and his tear duct was blocked. Now we've flushed that, and I'm hopeful that it all should resolve beautifully.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Will you need to have stitches taken out?
Thankfully not. You might see sort of this bright purple eyelash that looks like it's coming flying out of his eye. It's absolutely fine. It will pop out and break down in about a month's time. But by that stage, it would have done its work, and that third eyelid will be back to normal.
And I can feed him straight away?
You can, absolutely you can. I'm sure he'd be very keen. Okay, well, I think it's time for your boy to head back to your place. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, come on then, mate. You're going to have to wake up to go home.
Come on, Whiskey.
Go on then. Good boy.
Oh, thanks very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Yes, that's what the collar's on for.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Take care, Fergus. See you later, Whiskey.
Up you come.
Be a good boy. Come on, mate. There's the door. Spatial awareness is quite difficult when you've got a collar on.
Yeah.
Bye, Fergus.
Bye, okay,
Take care.
thank
All
you.
the best. Bye, Whiskey. Lovely boy. So how are the babies getting on?
They're doing really well. Growing like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, have a look and see what you reckon.
6 weeks later, Scott is back at Mudchute Farm. Tom wants him to check up on some of Cookie's offspring.
We've got 3 that we've decided to keep.
Oh, great.
So they're going to be staying on the farm. So those are the ones that we'll have a look at now.
Nice.
Right, here they are.
Oh, my goodness. They are gorgeous.
Yeah, we'll go in and have a closer look.
Oh, look at that. That one's literally a mirror image of its dad.
It certainly is.
Oh, my goodness, like a mini Cookie. And just as feisty.
That's it, exactly.
Oh, hello, beautiful. Oh my goodness, these rabbits are so cute. They are absolutely beautiful. And one of them is the absolute picture of Cookie. Oh, wow. What an amazing legacy.
I know,
Cookie.
don't they? They're lovely.
Do we know if they're boys or girls yet?
I haven't had a look yet because I think they're still a little bit too young, but maybe you can have a look and see.
Should I have another look? So I'm pretty sure that this guy is following after his dad's footsteps. Hey, chip off the old block. All right, sweetheart. So that one's a female.
Yep.
And then last but not least, let's have a look at you. I think this one's also a girl.
Mm-hmm. The examination of the babies went really well, and we've found out we've got 1 boy and 2 girls. The 3 babies will stay here for the rest of their natural lives, so they'll be in a happy, functioning social group, providing happiness to many, many children and adults that come and visit the farm.
Have you thought of names yet?
Well, because obviously Dad was called Cookie, we were thinking about biscuits.
Biscuit-inspired names.
That's it, yes.
Okay. Well, one biscuit that I desperately miss from home is this chocolate extravaganza, which is a Tim Tam. So I wonder if maybe, do you want to be Tim Tam? They're really nice, really nice. And then what about you? What's your favourite biscuit?
Well, I like chocolate digestives.
Okay, so maybe we should go with the brown one on that one.
Yep.
All right, and then I think the English biscuit that I think is amazing is a hobnob. Everyone loves a hobnob, come on.
So we can call this little one here.
There we go. It's bittersweet visiting Mudchute Farm today. On one hand, I'm heartbroken at not returning with Cookie, but happy to check on his lasting legacy, his babies. As a vet, we're trained to accept that sometimes complications happen, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. But life goes on, and it's great to see that this Randy rabbit's offspring are happy and healthy and continuing to delight the urban kids who love this special place. Nice one, Tim Tam. Maybe we'll go and get a cup of tea and toast your health.
Scott's first job is 90 miles away. He's had an SOS from his good mate Charlotte on the Isle of Wight.
My friend Charlotte runs the Isle of Wight Zoo, where she looks after a vast array of exotic creatures, and one of her precious tigers needs help.
Scott will be joining a team of experts who've all been asked to travel to the island for specialist surgery on one of the resident tigers.
Were you having a snooze? Aisha, were you sleeping? Yes. Is she?
Scott will be meeting up with zoo director Charlotte, who spent most of her life caring for rescue animals like 19-year-old Aisha.
I came to the Isle of Wight when I was just 3 months old. I was brought here by my father, who thought it was a really good idea with a young family to buy a rundown zoo.
Come and see Mum. I know.
We got our first tiger when I was still very young, and some of them I have raised since they were very small, and a few of them are still here now. So that makes me feel very old.
Good girl. I know, sweetie. I know. Oh, the good girl.
All tigers at the sanctuary have been rescued from circuses or zoos, and with Bengal tigers now an endangered species, Charlotte's efforts are part of a global push to preserve their dwindling numbers.
Humans have persecuted tigers and they've, robbed them of their habitat. And let's face it, we would all rather that they weren't here, that they weren't living a kind of life support system, and that they were living totally independently in the wild. That's where they should be. So it's never hung or sat very well with me, the fact that, they are living here and we are looking after them, but we do see ourselves as custodians of them.
Scott's already had experience working on Charlotte's big cats. After surgery last year on 21-year-old Zia.
We use just the same dyes that we would at the Richmond Practice with my feline patients. Put a little bit of dye in there, it stains onto her cornea, and I can see that there's a corneal ulcer.
Scott's back with us. He was really helpful when he came before. So, yes, I'm sure he's going to be a really instrumental part of the team. I know he's looking forward to it as well.
Hi.
Hello, mate.
Hi, good to see you.
And you. How are you?
You've got cold ears.
Well, it's freezing. Every time I come to the Isle of Wight, it is bitterly cold.
Look, I think you're going to bring some Australian sunshine or something.
I think I've got some in my vet box, so don't worry. Despite Charlotte's warm welcome, I can tell she's nervous. These tigers, it's no exaggeration to say, are like her family, and like any protective mum, she'll do anything to look after them. All right, so this is Aisha's enclosure here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Hi, Aishi. Hello, baby. Oh, hello. I've missed you too.
You saying hello to Scott? Are you saying hello to Scott? Yes, I know.
The greeting gesture for a tiger is a chuffing nose. It's sort of a reverberation through the nasal passages. It's kind of like purring for tigers. Yes, I know. It is absolutely incredible when out of the blue, this guttural chuff comes right back at you. It's literally like having a conversation with a tiger. Yes, hello, my baby.
You can't complain at that welcome, can you?
Although, she's got some pretty bad breath.
Yeah.
Hey, no surprises that she needs some dental work.
It's a good job she's a bit deaf as well. She wouldn't take kindly to you saying that.
I know, it's offensive. So, how has it come to your attention that she has issues with the teeth?
Just really by watching the way she eats, because normally they should quite comfortably be able to chew through hide and grind bone, and she's been very sensitive and reluctant to do that, to the point that we've had to cut her meat up for her like a baby. So she just gets little bits of flesh. I know, exactly.
Aisha's reluctance to eat really does tell me that she's in quite a lot of pain, and that rancid breath would definitely suggest that there's some sort of rotting teeth present in her mouth, and they're going to have to come out.
At 19 years old, she is, pretty much twice the age that a tiger would be living to in the wild. And of course, they weren't really designed in a way to live that long. And so their teeth, it's not unusual that their teeth would be giving them some problems at this age.
There's not many grannies out there that have got all their own teeth.
No, exactly.
In fairness to them, yeah.
Charlotte has arranged a specialist veterinary dentist to perform the extractions. And while Aisha's under anaesthetic, Scott will be in charge of carrying out a full health check on the geriatric tiger.
How are you feeling about yet another anaesthetic on one of your elderly tigers?
Yeah, it's just an emotional roller coaster, really. But yeah, we can't say, well, we're scared about the potential consequences of knocking her out and therefore we're not going to do it.
And she spends every day suffering.
Yeah, so no, we have to do it. And just with humans, anaesthesia gets more dangerous, obviously, as you get older. So, of course, there's always the worst case scenario, which is never far from your mind. It's always with trepidation. I never sleep well the night before. Gin and tonic always helps.
I know that we'll all do our very best to make sure
yeah,
she
you
comes
certainly
through.
will.
We're going to sort you right out. Yes, we are.
While Aisha spends a quiet afternoon ahead of tomorrow's surgery, Scott now has 2 more unusual patients to attend to.
Hey, James.
Oh, yeah?
First things first.
Yes.
I hear I need to neuter some coatis.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. These guys are my beloved ringtail coatis.
Animal carer James is looking after 2 newly arrived rescue coatis.
So this is Sattler. She's our female ringtail coati. She's very approachable, very friendly. And we've got Grant, the male, who's just hanging around behind us. Before Grant and Sattler came to us, they were actually doing children's parties. And what would happen is this gentleman would take the coatis on leashes and show the children. And once that party was done, then they'd get back in the crate and go back to this guy's basement.
God, it's impossible to imagine. So glad that they're here.
Yeah, it was a little bit overwhelming from at first. It was a bit, gone from complete understimulation to overstimulation.
Yeah.
So it took them a while.
It's wonderful to see their sort of instinctive wild behaviours coming through.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But they're getting to sexual maturity, and that would be bad.
That would be bad, yes.
It's great meeting Grant and Sattler, but I am here for a reason, and that's to neuter them. First of all, it's because it's law here in the UK. These animals are invasive species, and if they accidentally were released or escaped, they can actually breed. And secondly, they're brother and sister, and you never want to have brother and sister mating, do you? Come on. Good boy.
Good boy, Grant.
Right, let's get out of this rain.
Yes.
This is my first coati spay and castration, but I am a vet with 20 years experience and I've neutered countless different types of mammals, so this is just another one to add to the list. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful day to neuter a coati, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey? Isle of Wight.
Welcome to the sunny Isle of Wight.
Oh, it's absolutely glorious.
Yeah.
It will be the first ever coati neutering on the island, and Scott has been asked to lead the veterinary team.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Wow, good. You really turned on this beautiful Isle of Wight weather.
Yeah, it's the Isle of Sunshine.
So here's our little coati patient.
Assisting Scott will be local vet Matt and nurse Francis.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That's it. Okay. So Francis just about to cut. You happy?
Yep.
Yep. This is a procedure that any vet or nurse has done countless times and can pretty much do it with your eyes closed. And now you pop. That's it. I know I'm doing surgery on a coati, but looking at this, it just looks like I'm castrating a dog back in Richmond. So, pretty cool. So that's the first testicle done. So now I'm just removing the right. Once I realised that this coati castration was very similar to a dog, I'm in efficiency mode, which means you get it done as quick as you can because you don't know what other patient's going to walk in the door any second. And that, my friends, is that. Okay, boy. We'll put him straight back in the box, eh? Thank you. That's it. Oh, he's already waking up. That's it. Good boy.
With Grant already starting to recover from his surgery, it's time for the spay on the female coati Sattler.
It does feel a little bit for me like a mechanic who is now working on a different model of car. It's still a car, it just has a few little differences. So I'm just going to use the same principles as I do in a dog, and hopefully that will be good. Okay, So now it's just the fishing expedition of trying to find a uterus of a coati. Hopefully it's hiding in here somewhere. It's interesting to see this on both sides. There's actually this ligament that's adhering it to the body wall, so it's actually making it difficult to exteriorize. So I have to cut through that. So definitely a little anatomical variation from a dog. It's really interesting. Just the few tiny little quirks. Okay, so 2 ovaries and 2 horns there. Lately, I've been very lucky that I have managed to perform a number of surgeries on some exotic species. That's that. So we can wake this girl up. But now I can add coati, castration and spay to the list, so it feels like the members of the mammalian family in the UK should beware. Scotty's ready for you. Well done, team. 2 neutered coatis.
Excellent.
Just the doctor ordered. So now the culmination of all your hard work to train them to the point where they'll actually allow an anaesthesia without a gun.
Definitely, it takes a lot of hard work.
On the Isle of Wight, it's the day before surgery on elderly tiger Aisha, and Scott wants to check up on the unusual training she's been undergoing in preparation for the risky anaesthetic.
Last time I was here to perform surgery on a tiger, we needed to use a dart gun to deliver the anaesthetic. But this time round, Keeper Kaz has been doing some really interesting work with Aisha to try and reduce the stress of her anaesthetic.
If you imagine yourself, I'm running round after you with a giant gun wanting to shoot in the bottom with a high-pressure dart.
Yeah. I hate when you do that, Kaz.
I know. But then afterwards, you're not going to want to be anywhere near me, are you? Good girl. When you're doing training, it's all very, very positive. It's a very cooperative relationship. I ask the cat to do something. If they do it, they get a reward. Not only is the animal less stressed, but there's a lot less adrenaline, so we need to use less sedator to actually knock them down, which in the long run is a lot healthier for the animal as well. Aisha, come along. Come along. Down. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm sort of pinching like the little sting of a needle might feel when we do the anaesthetic. And how long has this taken you to actually achieve?
I have been working on it for about 6 weeks.
Wow.
Aisha's a really intelligent character, bless her, so it doesn't take her long to actually understand what it is I want from her. Aisha doesn't know Scott very well, so that would have been quite a new experience for her, and I think she did absolutely fantastic. She did really, really well. Come along. Down.
It's amazing.
This is really, really positive. I'm really excited.
You've done a fantastic job,
Thank
Kaz.
you. Thank you very much.
I'm chuffed for you, and she's chuffing at you.
She is.
Not only is doing this trial run an amazing example of the work that keepers put in with their charges, but also it's very clear that Aisha needs this dental work because even the treats that we're using, she's really struggling to eat them. So we definitely need to perform the dental on her tomorrow. I'm so glad that you're putting in this work because I think it makes our job easier. It means that the risk for the animal is so much less anaesthetic, and hopefully Charlotte, our boss, will be happy. Fingers crossed.
That's what I dream of.
Okay, you're right. Do you need some help?
Yes, they weigh a ton.
Oh my God, they're huge.
They are massive. Do you want to grab that?
Yeah, of course. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're not light.
Back at Scott's Richmond Practice, Claire has arrived with 5 new puppies.
Real landmark day because they are having their first vaccinations and a microchip. So they'll be ready then to go off to their new home into the next stage of their life.
I'm just going to give her a bit of a hand.
Whoa.
There we go. There we go. That's quite a big puppy, that one.
The pups were born 8 weeks ago at home, with Scott helping an anxious Claire through the ordeal.
Oh, what? She just popped out another puppy.
Oh, she did? Wow. That was
I can't
quick
believe
work.
that just happened.
The Sealyham Terrier pups are booked in today with Vet Phoebe.
Hi, Claire.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. Okay.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Yes, they are the cutest things you could imagine.
You take one end, I'll take the other. Oh, there we go.
I'm very excited, but also quite daunted. It's going to be mayhem.
Look at that little face.
All I want to do is cuddle Claire's adorable little puppies all day, but unfortunately we have a job to do.
There we go.
Hello, little black ear.
Little black ear.
Right then.
Okay.
Temperature time, the third meanest thing I'm going to do today.
Ooh. Oh, it's going to be cold. You're a good girl.
No murmur.
Good. It's all new and exciting.
Good, good. Passed your health check.
Yay!
Yay! Now it's vaccine time.
Oh no!
She's barking at my feet. First one today.
Yes.
Look at that.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I've done it.
You didn't even notice.
She was really good. So the first thing is we have to scan to make sure that you don't have a microchip already.
Yes.
There we go. I can't find one.
No.
Unfortunately, this is the rather large needle that I have to use to inject the puppies' microchips. I hope it's not too scary for them because it's almost as big as them.
You good girl, you're so brave, you're so brave, you're so brave, you're so brave, good girl, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, it's okay.
They're all gonna hate me. On to the next one.
Big chunky puppy.
It's time to bring out my secret weapon, I think, which is treats. This will hopefully keep the puppies distracted at one end while I inject them in the other.
Oh, the power of the food distraction.
Well, now we know what to do with the others.
That was brilliant.
That's incredible.
Look at that.
Success, 2 down, 3 more to go. There we go.
Oh, a treat apparently makes it completely painless.
There we go.
That's it. You passed. Well done. Girl, so brave. Oh,
There
wow.
we go.
There we are. That's it, last one. Yay, there we go. There we go.
All done.
And everybody still loves you.
And everybody still loves me. That's a good sign. Hello. All finished. Hello.
While the pups recover from their first vet visit, Claire can start looking for their new homes.
How you feeling?
Yeah, bit butterfly-ish.
Next morning on the Isle of Wight, it's time for 19-year-old tiger Aisha's surgery.
Kind of like to just fast forward really and get to the point where we're waking her up and everything's gone smoothly.
Charlotte has assembled a team of experts from around the UK to make sure everything goes smoothly for her elderly cat.
We've got John Lewis. He specialises in anaesthesia, big cats and also primates, but he works all over the world. He works out in the wild in Siberia, for example, with tigers there. So, yeah, he's the guy that you want in charge of the knockout, definitely. We've got Matthew Oxford, so he specialises in veterinary dentistry. Matthew Twitchett, who's our local vet who has overall care of the animals on a day-to-day basis. And, of course, we've got Scott. So she's got a good A-team around her.
Are we all ready?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Shut it in. Yes. Aisha!
With the team in place, it's time for the crucial final part of Aisha's anaesthetic training.
Aisha? Down. Unhurry.
Aisha can't eat so close to surgery, so this time Kaz will be relying on just the sight and scent of the meat to guide the big cat into position so John can safely inject the anaesthetic.
Down.
always tricky. She goes down, we might best just hand inject the rest of it. It just depends where she goes and how far she goes down. It's annoying. That is the problem with hand injecting, as opposed to darting.
So, John, all the training that Kaz has put in to encourage Aisha to accept a hand injection kind of half worked because you got half the drug in.
It's a bit like working with children, isn't it? I mean, sometimes they behave, sometimes they don't. I mean, cats, they're not machines. So they won't necessarily do everything you want them to do, even after training, every time. I'm a stranger. So if nothing else, the one thing that's odd to her is me. Now, the fact that I'm doing something else, a little nip or whatever, is an additional oddity, so I'm not surprised. We'll see how sedate that makes her when she's had partial injection, and if she's close enough for me to just, give her the rest of it, that's what we'll do. She has gone very dozy, and she's got her head right against the door we need to open. So I'm just going to open the door a little bit and then just give her the rest of it by hand injection, hopefully. But if she springs up when I'm doing that, I'm going to come out very rapidly. But I think for safety reasons, I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to step outside. I think you give her a minute.
On the Isle of Wight, it's a stalemate for Scott and the surgical team, with partially anaesthetised Aisha now wedged in an awkward position, blocking the door.
So if you could step outside. Do you know, I'm not going to give her the whole lot.
What John's done then is shown all of his experience because he's just had to go in and further inject Aisha as she hasn't had the full dose. He's done that really at his own peril. Very brave man.
Well done, John. Okay. Well, she's fast asleep, actually.
It's really tense today. You can absolutely cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Go on. Well, let her stop twitching, I think. Then we'll move her.
John, is that okay to come in?
Yeah. Hang on, everybody, just hang on. Come on, let's get on with it. That's it.
Poor Charlotte looks so nervous and so worried. But all the professionals here today are a little bit nervous, as you would be when you're anaesthetising a 19-year-old tiger.
Time is now critical. Aisha can't stay under for more than 3 hours.
So now it's all systems go. While Matt is looking at Aisha's teeth, I've got a list of problems that Charlotte wants me to look at. So just clipping Aisha's leg, we're just going to put in a IV catheter just to have IV access, but also so we can take a sample of blood and just see how healthy this girl is. She's an old girl, she's 19, so we just need to check her liver and kidney health, particularly her kidney health. Just like a domestic cat, their kidneys do start becoming a little bit dysfunctional as they get older.
While Scott and Matt quickly get to work, John is closely monitoring Aisha's erratic breathing.
She's a strange breather. She seems to forget about breathing from time to time. It's very odd.
Are you happy with me to start taking teeth out?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I can crack on with it.
It's just assessing this right fore, which is the one that this tiger's been quite painful on. She's definitely lame, but I can't see that any of those nails are growing in to the pads. So that's not the cause for her lameness, so it's more likely to be arthritic change, which wouldn't be a surprise in an older girl like this.
It is very useful where we've got work going on, obviously in a mouth, that there's somebody else on hand who can then be doing these other things. And again, it just cuts the time down. So Scott's got his to-do list, so he'd be ticking those items off.
Oh, ouch, look at that. So just having a look at the nails here, we can see she's like an old cat that has slightly overgrown nails. She's not walking the roughly she was before, and so they're gonna grow a little longer. So I'm just gonna trim them. Okay, ready? Yep. Okay, close your eyes. Okay. All right, so that's it. Job done.
Yep, they all look really good.
Good. Little grandma pedicure.
While Scott's getting through his list, the dental isn't going as smoothly. Matt has successfully removed the first 2 teeth, but the third won't budge.
We're not near yet. I've still got 2 roots on this tooth to take out. It's wobbling around so much in there.
I really feel for Matt. A tiger dental at age 19 is really difficult. They're huge teeth, and also because she's older, a lot of her teeth are actually welded to the bone. It's called ankylosis.
Nearly. It is so really, really close.
No, you do very well not to swear.
When it comes out, there'll be an almighty hallelujah. So close to coming out.
Can I help you? So we're just removing the lower molar on the left-hand side, and it's being a little tricky. So I'm just helping Matt wherever I can, but it's quite a struggle, and he is breaking into a sweat.
That's part of it. Make it easy getting the rest of it out there.
Oh, so you got some teeth out? Well done, man. Wow, that was bloody hard work.
We're in 2 hours, 2 hours 20.
Time is running out, but the team still has work to do on Aisha's other side.
Moving on to the forelimb of Aisha, I have a little feel of her wrist joint, the carpal joint, and also the elbow joint. Quite a lot of sort of nuts and bolts kind of grinding going on in her elbow, so oof, really clunks there on full extension, really clunks. So as a result, there's quite a bit of arthritic change within this joint, and it would absolutely explain why she's quite lame. She's just got elbow arthritis. Nah, she's an old girl that just needs some anti-inflammatories.
The last troublesome tooth is finally out.
Yeah, it was hard work, but the outcome is the main thing. How hard we have to work doesn't really matter. We just got to do the last bit of suturing, and then we can wake her up.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. It's been a long procedure, but a worthy one. We've managed to assess a lot of different issues, and now, fingers crossed, she wakes up.
An anxious Charlotte is sneaking a very quick look at her precious old girl.
So there you have it. 1 tiger dental done. How are you feeling?
Relieved. Well, I'm smiling. Yeah, massively relieved. We've done all the work that we needed to do. So it was a massive team effort. So looking forward to seeing her back properly up on her feet and chuffing in her normal Aisha style. So yeah, at the moment she's feeling groggy, feeling like she's got a bad hangover, but all the signs are really good.
You've got a full set of teeth, and your mummy is not supposed to be tolerant of you chewing. But apparently she's tolerant of everything and has infinite patience with you.
Back in Richmond, Claire has some exciting news.
No, don't chew my hands.
She's had success finding homes for her Sealyham Terrier pups.
That's better. You're a good boy. The first puppy born we are calling Panic Button. He really is my cuddly baby, and he is the one that's going to break my heart when he goes. So maybe you might be going up north. Maybe. What you doing, Betsy? Second puppy is now going to be called Betsy. She's the biggest puppy, actually. She's Miss Greedy. She's the one I have to watch. She will eat everybody else's food. She puts on weight at a ridiculous rate. So she's going to have a lovely time on a farm. Puppy number 3 is going to be called Arthur. He was the puppy that cried every time Betty left the whelping box. So I'm quite happy he's staying locally. His new family are coming in regularly so that he can get to know them, so that when he leaves, it hopefully won't be so traumatic. He won't be going to strangers, it'll be people that he knows. Staying really close to home so I can keep my eye on you. Puppy number 4 is one of the smaller puppies again. She's a girl. We're calling her Little Black Ear. She's very cute, she's very pretty. She's the real feisty one, and she's a lot of trouble. Yeah, you're staying with me. Last and definitely not least is number 5, who is going to be called Alice and is staying right here with us.
Come on, don't give up.
Alice is the pup which gave Scott and Claire such a scare as she was being born.
Go on, 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 go on. Oh!
Okay. So give me that towel really quickly.
Yep.
This puppy is really compromised, and I'm just really worried that it is not going to come out alive.
Oh.
Hey, there's breath. Okay, I've got a heartbeat.
Jesus. Oh my God. She's really cuddly, she's quite gentle, and she'll play with the others, but then she knows when it's time she wants to withdraw and she'll just go quietly and sleep on her own, and she's affectionate and she's just lovely.
Here, stick this stuff in your mouth, not my toe. There we are, get that, look. Here, get that.
Alice's brothers and sisters will be heading to their new homes over the next few weeks.
I'm going to be sad. It's going to be so quiet in here. I've got Alice to raise, but yeah, it's going to be really quiet. But they all need homes. Every dog needs a home that's going to look after them. They can't all stay here forever. And it's great to see them being so strong and healthy. And we got there. Nobody keeled over and died from getting cold or not having a feed or getting some strange disease that we didn't know what it was. So yeah, we made it.
On the Isle of Wight, Scott's next job is on some Australian animals he's very familiar with.
When I was invited to the Isle of Wight to help with tiger surgery, I never expected to see some wallabies. Who would have thought it? But now these expats apparently need my help, so I'm very much looking forward to meeting them.
Scott's at Tapnell Farm, where he's met up with animal handler Kimmy.
It's quite the impressive enclosure for the convicts then.
Yeah, keeping them safely in when they should be.
Yeah. So they're quite good escapologists, are they?
They're very good. They've worked it all out now.
Well, they're Aussie. They're very intelligent.
Here we are. There we go, safely in.
These are all Bennett's wallabies, and Scott's been asked to come and worm them.
So this is Katie, our keeper.
Hi,
Scott.
Katie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you.
Wallabies.
Wow.
I'd like to introduce you to the marvellous mob that we have here.
Hello. Hello. Or should I say, g'day, mate? How's it
G'day,
going?
mate.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be saying it back, I think.
Hey? All right. Well, I suppose then we should probably start with the biggest one whilst we're full of energy.
This is Juice. This is Juice, our big boy here.
LA champ. Remember, we're on the same team here. Yeah?
He's puffing his chest up for you.
He is, isn't he?
He's you what, mate?
He's sizing me up.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
He doesn't like you already. I've got some other recruits that we need to help us today. So I've got Mike and Lucy.
Okay, nice one.
And I have a couple of keepers here
Excellent.
at Tapnell that are going to come give us a hand today.
Good.
There could be kicks coming at all angles, so just be very, very careful.
I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed knowing that I have helpers ready to tackle these wallabies, because although they look really cute and really cuddly, they've got really sharp, quite dangerous claws, and they can kick pretty hard. All right. Yummy. Hey? Yeah, you won't like that, mate.
Nibbles straight in there.
Nibbles is wormed already.
Yeah, I can tell you that.
She's wormed herself.
Straight in
There
there.
you go.
Only if they're all like nibbles. Only if they're all like nibbles.
Yeah, I feel this is the easy one before
Yeah.
the difficult one.
Right, so just grab the base of the tail and try not to get kicked, I suppose.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, I'm going in. Right. Be good, mate. Don't make me look like a fool. Okay, I'm going in. Be good, mate. Don't make me look like a fool.
At Tapnell Farm on the Isle of Wight, Scott is about to worm a mob of wallabies.
There's one important golden rule when you're about to wrangle a wallaby. That's don't get on the receiving end of their really powerful hind limbs and those sharp claws. Go from the back end and grab the tail.
Okay, you stand up.
You hold the tail.
If you stand up, just because he needs to get his legs.
There we go.
Oh, I don't want to get it.
There we go. Nice. Good boy. Here's the juice for juice.
Juice with juice.
Hello, mate. Wow.
Right, do you want me to take the blanket off?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Hello, beautiful boy. Sorry about that, mate.
We'll just have a quick look at you whilst you're there. Hey, it's amazing teeth. Hey, a little bit of tartar build up there, haven't you, mate? Hey, so I'm just gonna squeeze this in. I've worked out where there's a gap between his molars. So, all right, here we go, mate. Good boy.
It's a messy bit.
I know. No one likes taking their medicine, mate.
1, don't let go of the tail. 2, ready, 3, go. And off he goes. He'll be in a bit of a grump now.
So that's the mob leader done, so the rest should be quite plain sailing. But it's always a worry when you're trying to flip a wallaby, even a small one, because they can deliver quite a hefty kick. And their specifically designed, very sharp claws can open up their predators' abdomens, so you need to watch out.
And how often generally do you have to worm the
So we worm them every 3 months.
Wow, so every 3 months you have to tackle them.
Yep.
All right, so should we let him up? 3, 2, 1, go.
Good boys.
Right, who's next?
Did you want to do an albino?
Yeah,
Mix
absolutely.
it up?
Yeah.
Jacob is one of our handmaidens as well.
Okay, he's a very gentle boy, isn't he? No surprise that they're very rare in Australia because they just would get so burnt to a crisp. Yes, better that you're in the UK, mate, isn't it? Eh? Here you go.
Nibbles. Nibbles has come for some more.
But just such an incredible animal. Wow. Eh? Not you, him. Okay, so count to 3, we'll let him up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. So this is Cinnamon here. She's got a little bit of a chubby face, and that's how we can tell she's Cinnamon.
Yes, but something else she's got a little bit chubby, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's actually got a droopy pouch at the moment, which means we might have a baby. So a little Joey in her pouch. I know. Got one in there, haven't you, missus?
Wow, that's incredible. Hey?
Good girls. You like sweet potato, don't you? There you go.
Good girl. I know. Okay. All right, so. There definitely feels like there is a little body in there.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, excitement.
There we are, look, guys, can you see? Look.
Little baby.
Look at that little arm moving. Wow. It's extraordinary.
The Juice is the daddy. He's done a very, very good job this year. All 5 of our ladies fell pregnant, so he's done a very good job. Yeah.
Quite prolific.
Main man,
Is that a nice summer?
Yeah, tell me about it. He's enjoyed himself.
What a special thing to be able to do, to feel a little Joey. We're going to leave your baby alone. You're doing a very good job. All right, so last little bit of worming for you, and this will help your baby as well. There we go. Well done. And good luck growing that baby of yours. Hey, look forward to meeting a Joey very soon. All right, should we let her up? 3, 2, 1, and release. There we go.
There you go.
Wow, they're all just so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, she's forgiven us already.
I've absolutely loved my experience here at Tatnall Farm Park. It feels like I've gone from a little island to an experience of a very big island quite far away. Being around these little Aussie creatures has just really reminded me just how incredibly special Australian wildlife really is, and it's just so wonderful that they're just on my doorstep and I get to give them a little cuddle.
Later that day, Scott's back at the Isle of Wight Zoo to meet up with Charlotte and check up on the 2 coatis.
So here they are, our surgical patients.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that they'd had quite major surgery a few days ago, would you?
No, not at all. Well, I'm just going to check out my own handiwork. It looks very neat.
Doesn't even look sore. And he's forgiven you. What more could you ask for?
Me, hey? How are you, Sattler? You okay, sweetheart? How'd that spay go? Good girl. Hey, you're looking really great, aren't you?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm so happy with that suture line.
It must be. Good
It's
job
really
done.
good. Yeah. And now you can live a lovely existence here at the zoo with no concern of brother and sister babies. Oh, you guys are good.
Naughty little animals.
Right, and now to see our girl. I hope her
other
poor mouth
patient.
isn't too sore. Yes.
She seemed really good this morning. So,
Yeah.
again, just as if nothing had happened, really.
They're so tough, aren't they?
Tough. Make us feel like complete wimps.
Yeah.
Before he heads back to London, Scott has one last patient to see.
Hello.
Hello, baby.
How are you doing?
Good morning.
How are you doing?
How are you? Oh, baby
Oh.
girl. How are you?
Still a bit of leftover blood.
Yeah, but the breath smells so much better
Yeah.
already. Hey, how was that?
Good
Was that
girl.
horrible dentist mean to you, was he? No worse for wear this morning, is she?
No.
Hey?
But she's really hungry because she's been starved down over a few days. So I think we probably better give her
Feed her,
something.
put her out of her misery. Do you want to have some food, sweetheart? You earned it, haven't you? What's Mummy got for you?
See, you first bit.
There you go. I'm really happy with the way that Aisha's surgery went. It was really challenging, but we got to remove all the teeth that we needed to at the same time as ironing out some of her old lady issues. Gonna say goodbye to me? Bye-bye,
Good
gorgeous.
girl.
Bye-bye.
No.
Yes, I love
That's
you
a
too.
nice goodbye, Aishi.
Yes. We'll put her on some anti-inflammatories to help to manage her arthritis, but apart from that, her bloods have come back really good, so Charlotte can rest easy, knowing that she's got a very healthy old girl. Charlotte, it's been such an incredible opportunity. Thank you so much for letting
Thanks
me
for being a part of it.
be involved. And what an incredible team we assembled, and we got a great outcome. A happy girl who's got a healthy mouth again, and hopefully we'll live here for a lot longer with you. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Paws crossed.
Bye, baby. Love you. As always, I've absolutely loved my time here at the Isle of Wight, and to be able to work with these majestic creatures and the fantastic Charlotte is always a complete privilege. So I do hope it's not too long before I'll be back visiting again.
Look at him.
At the end of a busy week, Scott's back in Richmond, in time for an important checkup on a very special pup.
Oh my God. Who's that? Hello. Say hello. This is Elvis.
Clinic regulars Karina and Gaz have just adopted a new puppy, 9-week-old miniature dachshund, Elvis.
I can't believe this. He is gorgeous.
And he's quickly winning over Maz and Kirsty.
When I first saw Elvis, I cried the first time I held him. It just felt so nice to have that love. So yeah, it was perfect. It was lovely.
Elvis. Elvis, I'm Mama.
Hello there. Hear all the commotion.
Who's that? Who's that?
Hello.
Look.
Look how tiny he looks.
Oh my goodness.
Who's that?
Elvis.
Yes.
Of course. He's nothing but a hound dog. Is he crying? Is he crying all the time?
All the time.
Is he? Should we go in the concert room? Check you over. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's bring your proud parents. Come on. It's so great to see you guys again, and absolutely gorgeous to see this little fella. But Elvis, you've got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Come on. Come on.
Karina and Gaz's first puppy was French bulldog Vince, who passed away with a rare muscular disorder.
Oh, good boy.
Vince was a heartbreaking case. To be diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, a wasting disease. Unfortunately, it is going to be weeks, I think.
Okay.
It's such a heartbreaking thing to go through. And I must say, I absolutely loved the present. It's my pride of place possession.
Yes.
Look, the Elvis, look, this is your big brother's footprint.
Is that-
So he just touched with his beautiful soul.
Oh,
There, see?
But we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys.
Well, exactly, yeah.
At all.
I think the relationships.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if we-
Well, it's not very often that, through such severe adversity, like we've all become friends.
I know,
amazing.
it's
Yeah,
so
it's
lovely. That's why we were so excited
Yeah.
to bring this one in to show you all.
It's like showing
I
off
think
to a
more
member
than
of the
my
family.
family. I was like, right, we're going. Yeah, got a new little addition, putting smiles back on our faces again, which is nice.
Okay, well, should we have a little look at you and make sure that you are perfectly formed in all ways, hey? Not just super handsome.
But this is far more than a social visit. After the heartache they went through with Vince, Karina and Gaz are anxious to make sure that little Elvis is healthy.
His teeth are lovely. It's great. Everything sounds perfect. Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Nothing.
Well done, Elvis. Oh, that's brilliant.
Got some growing to do though, mate.
Yeah.
They're not replacing Vince. They're just moving on and giving another dog a loving home. Elvis is a very, very lucky boy.
Oh, you're wonderful.
Take care.
Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you.
Take care. Enjoy. Bye, guys.
Bye, mate.
See ya.
In Richmond, it's an anxious day for owners Megan and Matt and their Yorkshire Terrier Oliver.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Matt. Hello, Oliver. How are you? The happiest Yorkshire Terrier that ever lived, aren't you? Aren't you?
He has no idea what today's gonna bring.
Yeah. So
Neither
it's
do
crunch time today. Hey.
Yeah, a bit nervous, but
Yeah, understandably. I've been treating Oliver for quite a while, and he has a condition known as medially dislocating patella, which is basically where the kneecap pops from the groove that it should be sitting in inwardly. Pop him on the ground, and we'll just sort of see how he is walking at the moment.
there's the hop.
Yikes. Yeah, I mean, that's not even limping. He's just fully lifting his leg off the ground, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
definitely gotten worse, so.
Yeah, that's not a dog that's a little bit uncomfortable. That's a dog that's quite significantly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Watching Oliver walk, it's clear that the knee has deteriorated. He's barely putting his leg down. So we are going to have to bite the bullet and get this dog's knees sorted. And no matter how many licks, my friend, I don't think you're going to get out of it with charm. Eh? Come on, guys, let's go.
Oliver is my little baby, and I'm quite nervous for today. So if surgery is the option, I'm going to be a bit upset about it just because it's quite a lot and he is a small dog. But I just have to think of what is going to be best for him and getting him back to being healthy and happy and the dog that we love.
All right, I'm just getting you just to hold him around the shoulders there. Okay. All right. So his left one is the one that's really causing him some mischief at the moment. Yeah. So what I can feel is that his kneecap is literally out of the socket, and it's permanently out now, which is why this leg is becoming more and more dysfunctional.
Yeah. Is it painful sitting outside of it?
Well, I think a lot of the pain he's already endured because it would have had to stretch significantly so that the ligaments allow it to pop out and stay out. But now it's staying out. He's just sort of trying to use what is a pretty dysfunctional leg.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is that his right knee really isn't that much better. If you put your finger, see between my thumb and my index finger, and I can just show you how easily this knee, so it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes
That can't be good.
virtually nothing for me to do that. But it's the best of a bad situation. So what he's doing is like, this one is horrific, this one is terrible, so I'll stand on the terrible one.
Yeah.
But he is masking what is significant and consistent pain, you know.
Yeah.
Enough's enough, and we need to, we need to do surgery.
With Matt and Megan expecting their first child in just a few months, Scott thinks it's best to operate on both knees at once.
So we have a couple of things to take into account, and that's absolutely right and fair. Life is never simple. And because he is so small and so light, and he is so friendly and he's going to be a great patient, I think it makes sense that rather than going through stage surgeries, what I think we should do is to fix your fur baby in one foul swoop, get to the other side, and then we can enjoy next baby.
Exactly. Well, no, it's obviously daunting to hear that, but of course we want him to be back to his normal self, and of course before the baby arrives. So if that's what needs to be done, then we'll just have to let him.
Yeah, he's a tough soldier.
Yeah, he's been a trooper, as you can tell. So I know he can do it. It's just he's just so little. I'm really nervous actually about it. I mean, I know he's in great hands, but he's just so small and he's my little baby. So I'm just nervous for him. I know he can do it. He's been a trooper, but yeah, it's a lot.
We'll be sitting by the phone waiting for Scott to call for sure.
He's fine.
See you later, mate.
I'll look after your little man. Don't worry.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. See ya. It's okay. I'll sort you out. Don't you worry.
We have a puppy. Good boy. Yeah.
At an Isleworth park, playtime is not as carefree as it once was for Labrador Jessie, his owner Angela, and her daughter Emma.
Jessie's 9 now. Slowed down a lot, hasn't he? He's not quite as boisterous. He's still, quite jolly when we take him out. He still likes to run after his ball, but not quite so enthusiastically.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
In the last few years, the aging Labrador has started developing worrying lumps all over his body that are inhibiting his movement.
Well, there's a few lumps he's got. There's one very big one here, one just here, but the one we're really worried about is right in his armpit, so you can't actually see it, but I can feel it, and it's really big, like the size of a tennis ball, and it's really hard. So that's the one we're hoping Scott can investigate and do something about.
He's had 3 or 4 removed over the years, but this one, the biggest one, is the greatest concern now.
I found the lump probably about 6 months ago. Gradually it's got bigger and it's quite hard as well, whereas the others that we've found in the past tend to be a bit more malleable. So this one is a little bit different, which would indicate something much more serious.
Jessie, good to be dirty.
Thank you.
Jessie is absolutely everything to me. He really is. He's integral to the family. I don't know what we do without him, really. He is my baby.
Tomorrow, Angela and Emma will be taking Jessie in to see Scott to determine what can be done about the lumps and whether they are dangerous.
Jessie, you've got a very busy day tomorrow, haven't you?
All right, little man. So to avoid you feeling intimidated, I've assembled my smallest staff members. For the first time ever, you feel like a Great Dane, don't you, against them? Yeah? Because I feel massive.
At the Richmond Practice, 8-year-old Yorkshire Terrier Oliver is about to undergo major surgery on both of his knees.
So let's pop him down. So he has very clear dislocating kneecaps, patellas on both sides. The left side, the one you're feeling now, you can probably feel the knee is just living out of the joint.
Yeah, it's here
out of that
on the
groove.
side, and it's really difficult to even push it back in.
Scott will be assisted by graduate vet Phoebe and nurses Sam and Jess.
Hey, it's time for sleepy bye-byes now, mate. All right, sweetheart. I'm good. We'll give you some new knees, shall we? Yeah? Sound good? Although Oliver is a very small patient, it's quite a large procedure that we're putting him through because we are actually going to be performing a knee operation on both of his legs. Now, normally, we probably wouldn't do that, but he's such a strong little dog and he's so very light that I feel that the best way to get through this is by doing them both at the same time, just one recovery period, and this boy should do well. How's he faring, Jess? All good?
He's doing really well. Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, all right, well, I'm going to start cutting now, okay? So what I'm looking at here is what's called the trochlear groove, basically where the kneecap slides up and down the leg as you bend and extend it. So the first thing that strikes me when I'm looking at that is just that should be a groove like that, and it's flat. So there's no way that anything is going to sit in there. This is virtually non-existent. So what we need to do is just deepen that groove just to give it at least the chance of staying where it's supposed to be. And then just adding insult to injury, I can see that his cruciate ligament is partially torn, and that's given even more instability to the knee, which is probably why he's gone from a dog that was coping to a dog that's not. So a little bit more surgery for us to do today than just a, I'll say, simple knee op.
Oliver's marathon surgery is going to take even longer than expected.
I think this sort of surgery really challenges you as a surgeon because it is one with a lot of potential complications, and you are, at the end of the day, cutting bone. It's very, very delicate because little Oliver is very, very delicate. Basically, I'm remodeling the groove that the knee sits in, and that just means deepening it to get a functional result, which is Oliver's knee sitting where it should be, not popping out and not causing lameness. So I'll just protect that. There we go. Okay, so there's our wedge. Okay, we're just going to deepen that, and then that little wedge will go back in. So this little wedge I'm about to put back into that deepened groove, hopefully will fit in very nicely, and it'll stay in place because, first of all, bone wants to stick to each other and heal. But the second thing is that you have got a kneecap which will be sitting on top of it, and it'll be putting downward pressure on the area. So then it will stick back where it should, but the knee also has somewhere to live.
Oh, wow, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice groove now.
Scott now has to perform the trickiest part of the surgery, moving the kneecap back into alignment.
So you can see it's only a few millimetres, but it'll make all the difference to a little dog. So what I'm going to do is, once I've got it into the position I want it to be in, you're going to hit the end.
Okay.
Okay, you all right?
Yep.
Yeah, we get a bit nervous. You okay?
No?
I know it feels very unnatural to be smashing a hammer into a small Yorkshire Terrier, but
I know.
you just need to try and be confident, be brave, okay? Nice, firm hits, okay?
It's Phoebe's first time doing this kind of surgery, and one wrong hit on Oliver's fine bones could be disastrous.
Go for it, yep.
Okay.
So we're getting closer now, so if you just sort of do one hit at a time.
At Scott's Richmond Practice, the team are halfway through Yorkshire Terrier Oliver's marathon operation to fix 2 dislocated knees and a cruciate ligament tear.
But that should hopefully keep that kneecap in much better alignment. With the left knee now nicely in alignment, I do need to correct his ruptured cruciate ligament. Just take your time, okay? It's not a race, so don't go, because that's more likely to break it. Just slowly increase the pressure, all right? Okay, so slowly increase the pressure. Got it to the full force you can get it? Yeah. Basically what this suture will do is to mimic the tension placed on the knee by the cruciate ligament and stabilise the joint. Okay, so if you release, that shouldn't release. Yeah? Happy? Ta-da. There we go. Okay, right, so that's left leg done. Now, everyone got the energy to do the right leg?
Which will hopefully be a bit more straightforward.
Yes, should be. So when we saw Oliver walk, his right leg was much more stable, and it did seem to be a much straighter limb. So all I need to do with that one is just deepen the groove that the knee sits in, and hopefully it'll make a full recovery.
It's a challenging surgery.
Very.
An interesting one to watch.
Yeah. I think with every surgery, you just need to be prepared that there might be curveballs.
Yeah.
Two surgically corrected legs. Oliver's obviously been through a massive procedure on both of his legs, so he will be in a little bit of discomfort, so he needs lots of medication and TLC overnight. Hello, mate. Hello, buddy. Oh, sweetie. Here we go.
Boy, been very brave.
Some nice happy drugs on board. That's why he's taking his time. He's going to feel so much better after this is done. Hey, this is day one of the rest of your life. Just quite painful day one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Oliver's recovery, his rehab will be long and at points painful and uncomfortable. But I know that Megan and Matt are in it for the long term, incredibly dedicated owners, and they're going to will him to a full and complete recovery. Here we go. Oh, brave boy. Here you go. Hey. Heart of a lion, haven't you? Very brave.
Next day, Angela and her daughter Emma are arriving at the Isleworth practice with their much-loved family dog, 9-year-old Jessie.
Morning, ladies.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, Jesse. How are you, handsome boy? Are you okay? Well, he's still wagging his tail, and that's a standard with this boy, isn't it? Hello, mate. You all right?
The mother and daughter are worried about a number of lumps growing on the old Labrador's body.
Come on then, lad, in you come. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on, buddy.
Jesse's his usual cheerful self, but he's obviously very suspicious about what's going on. And of course, we're here to reassure him, so he'll be okay, I'm sure.
And he seems to really like Scott, which really helps.
Yes, he's a lovely boy. All right.
He's a lovely boy.
He'd be the kind of dog, I reckon, that if he could sit on your lap, he would, you know.
Oh, yes, he has tried.
So the main issue, though, he's in for today is, of course, the lumps that he's been developing over the years. And there's this one big one, isn't there? Yeah, it does really feel like it's got maybe even a bit harder in the last couple of weeks. The last time I felt it, it was just a bit softer than that.
Yes, very worrying, really.
Yeah, and it's also, it's in a really awkward place for him.
Awkward, yes.
And he's already an older boy.
Yeah.
We've already seen that he is suffering a little bit with arthritis. He's a bit lame from time to time, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we can't have that. So that's the main thrust of today is to try and take that away and alleviate some of the discomfort that he's feeling.
Good.
But let me have a feel of some of the rest of them just to see, because he's got a little one there and then another little one here. The one that I'm a little bit concerned about is actually this one here.
Really?
The reason that I'm concerned about it is it's in a position known as the popliteal lymph node, and it's just quite swollen, that one. So unlike these ones, which seems to be just underneath the skin, this is actually attached.
Right.
Examining Jesse, I'm quite concerned for a number of reasons. First of all, he's an old dog and he does also have kidney disease, but beyond that, he's smothered in lumps. He's got soft lumps all over his body, and the ones that Angela and Emma are concerned about are the big ones near the front, but I'm actually concerned about the small little lump at the back. I feel like today it's an opportunity for us to kind of improve his quality of life, but to do that, we need to accept a few risks. And obviously he is an anaesthetic risk because he's an older boy, but he is tough and he is a fighter and he's been through a lot already, and yet he comes through every time. So all we can do is really hope that that's exactly what's going to happen today.
Yes. Oh, you poor old thing, Jessie. I'm just worried now. This new lump has come as a surprise to us and is really of more concern because it could be a different type. And obviously that raises other issues. It could be something more sinister.
Nice and slowly. Good boy.
Having heard what Scott said, I'm looking forward to finding out what it is.
Me too, yeah. Just be nice to know now and get everything sorted out.
Oh, Labrador.
And this is Jesse. I thought you'd quite like him, Sam.
I love a Labrador.
Assisting Scott with the surgery are nurses Gina and Sam.
Today, we're just going to try and remove the lumps that are most concerning, understand a few of his problems and get him back on track. All right then, buddy. Sleepy time now. There's always risks with any anaesthetic, but Jesse particularly has not been the healthiest of Labradors. So when it comes to the anaesthetic, we need to watch him like a hawk.
Moments later,
come on.
Scott is suddenly alarmed.
When your patient fails to breathe or react in the normal way, nerves start to rise. Just going to flip him onto his other side. You're just trying to manage your own panic. Come on. We need to make smart decisions and we need to save our patients. Come on, mate. We've got a pulse ox somewhere, haven't we? Because he's not breathing.
In Isleworth, Scott is fighting to save elderly Labrador Jesse after he stopped breathing just moments after being anaesthetised.
Just give him a breath of air. Come on. This is an old boy, and the longer this process goes on, the more concerned that he simply will not survive this anaesthetic. Come on. There we go, that was him. Okay, you took your time there, pal. That wasn't good. Thankfully, he starts to breathe. Phew. Now that Jesse is comfortably under anaesthetic and breathing well, I'm able to examine the masses a little better. And the one right under his armpit really is quite incredible. It's quite hard. It feels like about the size of a grapefruit, and it must be incredibly uncomfortable for this poor old boy.
Oh, well done, Scott.
Jeebus. Jesse's going okay. He's not giving us the easiest run when it comes to the anaesthetic. That's probably why I'm scrubbing just a little bit harder than I normally do. Stay alive. Yeah.
Scott's first job is to remove a massive lump from high up in Jesse's foreleg.
So I'm going to take out the big one first and then just check and see what the lymph node under there is looking like, and then I'll move to the back. All right, guys, so I'm just about to cut. So it looks like it's just a big, massive, fat lump, really solid. It's fatty tissue, which is good, so it means it's nothing nasty, hopefully. We'll send it off to the lab to make sure, but my guess is that this is going to be just fine. Certain breeds of dogs are more prone to lipomas, but also older dogs and dogs that are carrying a little bit of extra weight. If you're putting on fat all over your body, you're more likely to get larger lipomas growing. It's just where it's grown. It's actually grown between some muscles going right into the armpit, so it would just be super uncomfortable. So it is definitely coming out. Only just very flimsily attached. So that's just coming away. So now we're out of the way, I think Jesse's going to be so much more comfortable.
That's gross.
Initially, my plan with Jesse was to remove the very large grapefruit-sized lump underneath his left forelimb, but there's another lump of a decent size right beside that lump. So I thought to remove all the lumps that I can on the left side, including the one near his left hind limb, but I'll leave the rest alone because it'll take too long and the anaesthetic will become more risky.
He's been under for 2 hours now.
2 hours, okay. Yep, I'll be quick. Right, so there we go. So that one's done, that looks quite nice, and actually it looks much nicer than it did half an hour or an hour ago. So what we're going to do now is just go to the back end and just take a sample out of that. This is a really hard one to navigate because when you have a hard lump in an old dog, it doesn't take much to think, you know what, that might be cancer. So I'm most concerned about this lump because of where it is. It's actually right in the position of a lymph gland called the popliteal lymph node. And so when a lymph node's swollen, it can sometimes suggest worst case scenario cancer. So that's why something so small compared to something so big, yes, that was bothersome, but that bothers me. Okay, so I'm just going to incise over it now. See what it's doing there?
Yeah. It's just breaking.
Yeah.
Like fat.
Yeah.
As it is fat.
That's good, isn't it? So it's actually attached to the gland beneath, but it seems like it is superficial. And the gland's actually underneath. I can feel it with my finger. Very clearly, it shows me that actually this is a lipoma that's decided to stick itself to the top of a gland, but actually the gland underneath is perfectly healthy. So it's a really great result for Jesse. We'll send it off to be 100% sure, but if I cut through that, it looks just like white, glistening fat. It's a good way to end a 2.5 hour long surgery, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a massive relief for me as a vet to see that this is a little bit of fatty tissue over the top of a very healthy gland. And that's that. So let's work this boy up. But it would have been really difficult to work that out until you actually open up and take a look. You would have been sampling what you thought was fat, never getting the glandular tissue, questioning why these results were never giving you the answer you needed. What you needed to do is to go in and just remove a little bit of fat, and that's exactly what I've done. Oh, there we go.
Jesse will sleep off the anaesthetic before going home tomorrow.
Right, you have a snooze and I'll call Mummy.
Hello, you all right?
After an overnight stay at the Richmond Practice, Scott's patient Oliver is ready to go home.
Should we go and see Mummy and Daddy? Yes? Yes? Come on then.
Oh, come on, big boy. Come on. Come on. Let's show them how brave you've been. Good boy. That's it.
Upstairs, his owners Matt and Megan can't wait to be reunited with their little man.
It's been tough, but both getting through it together. I know he's a warrior, so I'm excited to see him. I know he's been tough through this, and I think he'll be happy to see us, and vice versa.
Here's your little soldier. So he's been an incredibly brave boy, but obviously he's still a bit uncomfortable, aren't you, mate? So he's not at his scintillating best. Bit of a surprise on that left leg. He did pretty much completely tear his cruciate ligament, which is a big ligament in your knee. Yeah. So that was probably the reason why he was even more lame than he'd been in the past.
Okay. Sure.
So it means that I could fix that alongside all the various other issues that were going on in that knee. And then the right leg, of course, has also been corrected.
Amazing.
But he's been such a trooper in that we put dressings on initially. He wasn't that comfortable because he's got two big, thick red legs. But once we took the right one off to see how it was looking, actually, he's now already standing on that leg, which is incredible.
Wow.
Really good. It's a long road to recovery. You know, he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good kind of maybe even 10 weeks before he's really going to be walking perfectly well. And during that time, lots of physiotherapy and lots of TLC, which I can see he's going to get.
Yeah. Just happy to see him, but just can't believe how much pain he has been suffering in, and knowing that.
The haircut as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Apologies for that in advance. I'm not a barber. I've done my best.
It's so amazing to finally get to hold my little baby and see that he's okay, although obviously he's a bit distraught from yesterday, but we're so glad to have him back.
You've got a bit of work ahead of you, haven't you, mates? Hey?
Yeah.
So have you two. It's called a baby.
Yeah, I know. We've got a lot on our plate at the moment.
You do.
He does as well, so
Yeah.
we know he can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the 10 weeks will be in enough time for when the baby arrives, and of course he can be back on his feet and able to help us out and support her. But overall, we're just ecstatic that he's in our arms now. Nels, thank you so much for looking after our little boy and taking such good care of him.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Good in the long run.
That's it. In the short term, it's not much running, but in the long run, hopefully he will run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aw.
Next day at the Isleworth practice, Laura is bringing in 3 unusual patients to see Scott.
Hi there. Hiya, I'm here with my ferrets today for their vasectomy.
Oh, they're so sweet. Oh, look at them.
They are very cute.
Scott should be around here soon, so feel free to take a seat.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I've got 6 ferrets. I've got 3 boys and 3 girls. Boy ferrets have to have a vasectomy, unfortunately, so that we don't end up with baby ferrets from our females at home.
How are you, Laura?
I'm okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you. What are their names?
Harry, Ron and Neville.
Hello, boys. It's Ron, Neville and Harry. I pick up on a little bit of a Harry Potter vibe there. You come in to get the unkindest snip of all.
Yes, they are.
Hey. All right, then. Well, let's go into the concert room and have a chat about that. Hey, chaps? Pink box. Unbelievable. Eh? Now, it sounds like a whole bunch of male ferrets have sat down together and made this fact up, but I promise it is fact that if female ferrets don't have sex, they can die. And the reason is that the female will continue to cycle until she's mated, producing a huge amount of estrogen. And that high level of that hormone can depress her bone marrow, lead to anemia, and eventually she can die. So who's this?
This is Neville.
Hello, Neville. How are you, you smelly creature? So the plan today is to vasectomise the males, and so they can continue to mate with the females stop cycling, and the males literally save the females' lives. But the one thing also you need to remember is that 6 weeks after we've done the surgery is the first time they can really be properly introduced to the females, because there can still be a little bit of cheeky sperm lurking around, ready to, yes, impregnate the young ladies.
Yes.
Hey, mate. All right, then. Let's have a proper look at you and make sure that you're all A-OK. So, something that I'm always wary of with a ferret, they're rather large teeth.
They are rather large.
Yeah, for a small animal, I mean, that's gigantic. Yes. And they're also quite strong-willed, so generally if they don't like what the vet's doing, they will...
Yes.
let me have a little listen. And here we go, sweetheart. Very pretty, aren't you? Okay, good. And then if I can just have a look at the, shall we call it problem area? Just see what we're dealing with here. So 2 testicles down here. And then his little willy is just there. So we'll be doing incisions sort of here and here.
Okay.
All right, mate. All looking very good. Should we have a look at your brothers then?
Yes. This is his brother,
Hello. Hello, brother. What's his name?
Ron.
Hello, Ron. Hello, mate. Hello. No biting. Hello, Ron. Hello, mate. Hello. I haven't done a vasectomy on a ferret before, so I'm quite looking forward to it. But they are really quite quirky little animals. Yes, they smell a bit. They're a bit pongy, but they're really cute once you get to know them. There we go.
Small in size, but big in personality, this one.
Right, okay.
It's Harry. Harry's a monkey.
Very pretty, aren't you? Apparently very naughty. Yes. They're all very healthy ferrets, large teeth as you would expect, but everything else is in perfect working order. All right then, Laura, well, you can head off.
Thank you very much.
I'll look after your boys.
Thank you.
And we'll see you a little bit later.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Thank
Don't worry,
you.
I've got them.
I'll try. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I feel a bit guilty about making them have the cruelest snip of all, but I know they'll be in safe hands with Scott. I just hope they don't take it out on me when I get them home. Hopefully they take it out on Scott today.
Just remember, she's doing it to you, not me. Hello, you're going to be good. And if you've never worked with ferrets before, Lily, big teeth. So be nice. Hey.
At his Isleworth clinic, Scott is about to perform vasectomies on 3 ferrets, assisted by Lily and Jess.
Some Harry Potter inspired names here. We've got Harry, we've got Ron, and we've got Neville.
No Dumbledore?
No Dumbledore, no, unfortunately. No, or Snape.
Why?
But
No. They're quite sweet.
they are, aren't they?
Hey.
All right, so if you guys get ready to catch, yeah? Let's see, it looks like Neville's coming out first. Go on then. Good boy, well done, Lily. Here we go. I think today what we'll be doing is gassing them down with a little bit of inhalation anaesthetic. Then we'll be acting like a little bit of a factory line. So Lily, I'll be getting you to do the anaesthetic and then doing the clipping. And then Jess and I will be in the surgery. And so we'll be performing the vasectomies. Once they're recovering, we'll swap and we'll just keep working through the brothers until they're done.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah? He's like, that sounds horrible. That sounds awful. Eh? But hey, at least you still get to have some fun with the girls. It's okay, so lucky. Hey? All right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, in. So the plan today is to vasectomize the males because then they can continue to mate with the females, but they won't have any babies. So there we go, Jess. So there's the spermatic cord. So that contains the blood vessel and also the vas deferens, which is that tube that allows the transport of sperm from the testicles that produce them to the penis where they go out.
So I've had experience with ferrets in the past, but not a ferret vasectomy. So yeah, it's all quite new to me.
What I've done is just cut through the little sac, which is called a tunica vaginalis, around the cord and separated it into its 2 parts, which is the vas deferens, which is this white tube here, and then obviously a blood supply. So we're going to leave the blood supply and we're going to cut this tube that carries sperm from the testicles to the outside. And that should stop this particular ferret from ever being able to father any young. So that's number 1 down. 2 more to go. It's not very often that you perform the same procedure on 3 animals back to back, and so we're able to perform almost a bit of a production line, really. All right, so if you girls want to swap ferrets, and other things I've never said to you before, there we go. Probably a little bit like building flat pack furniture. The first one makes you swear and curse and take ages. The second one runs much smoother. Good. Okay, number 2 done, 3rd to go.
Little Harry, your turn.
The structures that we're dealing with here are the same as there wouldn't be in a dog or a cat or many other mammals. And it's just a case of relating your skills to a smaller creature. So I just am doing a little bit more squinting than normal. It's that little 1 centimetre long piece of that vas deferens. So hopefully it won't ever reattach to allow this ferret to be a dad. Okay. So here we have 3 vasectomized ferrets. Right, let's wake this boy up. My strike count on ferret vasectomies has gone from 0 to 3. So yeah, it's good. Done well.
How long do you think he's going to be now?
Don't know. Not too long, I hope.
At the Isleworth Clinic, Angela and her daughter Emma have arrived to collect 9-year-old Jessie.
I've just been really anxious to hear that he's okay and it's gone well. So hopefully Scott will tell us it has.
Come on then, good boy. Oh, you're keen. Wait a minute.
Yesterday, the aging Labrador had surgery to remove some suspicious lumps.
Oh, the waggy tail's back. That's good.
Let's have a look at you. Oh,
Come
my
here.
goodness.
A little bit of saggy skin where the massive lump came out. It was like about that big.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Then removed the one further
Yeah.
down, which was the sort of next biggest one. And then got to the one at the back, which I was concerned about.
Yes.
What was there was actually attached to the popliteal lymph node, but not actually part of it.
Right.
So we'll wait and see what the lab has to say about it. But I'm feeling fairly confident about that one.
Good. Aren't you a lucky boy, eh? You've been all sorted out. Yes.
I know that Jesse is very happy to go home with Angela and Emma, and he does have a bit of recuperating to do. He's an old dog and he's been through the works. But I really hope in a few days' time he's going to feel much more comfortable. All the wounds will start to heal and this boy will be on the road to recovery. All right, will you get off and put your young man to bed?
I think so.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Here we go.
Bye, mate. Hey, Laura.
Hiya.
Your eyes?
Yes, thank you. How
Here's
are
your
they?
boys. Yeah, they did so well. They were very, very brave and surgery went well. So
Good.
I'm hopeful that you shouldn't hear the pitter-patter of tiny ferret feet anytime
crossed.
soon. Yeah.
Laura has also returned to the Isleworth Clinic to collect her ferrets after their vasectomy surgery.
Do you want to just have a quick look and have a look at the handy? Who wants to come out?
I'm sure
Hello, you.
Neville will be happy to come out.
Come on. Hey.
Aw,
Showing.
hello. It was very nerve-wracking. I did miss them. It was very quiet in the house today, but I was very glad to get the call to say they were all good, and it was good to come and get them.
So you can see the 2 little suture lines there. The stitches are under the skin, so that'll mean that they're away from prying little ferret teeth, and obviously a little bit of swelling, which is understandable. But given a few days, hopefully they'll be back to normal, and then 6 weeks' time they'll be able to be introduced to their female friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey. So I must say I've fallen in love with them a little bit, with their personalities.
Yeah.
Their smell, not so much.
I'm glad Neville's managed to win Scott over. Lots of people think of ferrets as quite snappy, not really very cuddly, but I'm glad that they've won him over and he's had a good experience with them. Hey, mister. What have they done to you?
Good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you're a good boy. You. Well.
Put him back.
Yeah, it's been an interesting day. Vasectomizing ferrets is not something you do every day.
Yeah, not every day.
No.
Okay.
Bye, chaps. Don't hold it against me. Yeah. Especially now you know where I live.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
the
very
best,
much.
Laura.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, boys.
Three months later,
Oliver, we're back. It's all about you today to see the doctors. Your turn.
Matt, Megan and Oliver are back at the Richmond Clinic for a checkup.
Yes, and we've got a new addition this time. You can show off your new little sister. Oliver had his surgery, and then our daughter arrived probably 8 weeks afterwards. So there was a short time period for him to recover, but he's been back to his normal self. And it was great when we first took him off the leash after the 10-week recovery to see how he was going to do. And he just took off running, ran up to everybody to say hello and look at my new knees.
Hello, guys. How are you? Hi. Good to see you. Congratulations, I see.
Oh, thank
well
you.
done.
Thank
well
you.
done. Hello, mate. Is this your little sister?
Yeah. Say, I'm a big brother now.
Oh, congratulations. So how's it been going?
Good. Yeah, we've been really pleased with his recovery, and seeing him run around and act back to normal has been fantastic.
Oh,
so.
good. Well, he's certainly the friendly, happy self that he's always been.
Oh,
Can I have a
yes.
little feel of your knees, my friend? Can I feel my handiwork?
Yes.
Can I?
Saying thank you.
Let's have a little feel. So the good news is the knees are finally sitting where they should. The patella, the kneecap, is nicely central and not popping out anymore, so that's great.
Oh, fantastic.
Shall we see my handiwork in action?
Yes. Show off your new knees.
Go on then. Do you want to pop them on the floor for me? Good boy. I'm very happy. Both the knees are sitting beautifully in the groove. The knees seem comfortable. Oliver seems happy. Hey, that's good, isn't it?
What do you think?
Yeah, nice equal weighting on each leg. He's shrugged off the lameness and now he's walking very well and he's back to his happy self. All right, well, I'm very happy with your little legs, hey, which is good, just so he can chase after his little sister.
Thank you so much.
Head off. There's your old baby.
Aw,
Good luck with your new baby.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. No worries, Matt. Good to see you, Megan. Take care. Bye, guys. Ah, happy families.
You can go off in a minute, run about.
And after undergoing marathon surgery to remove several suspicious lumps, Jesse is back enjoying plays in the park with his delighted owners, Angela and Emma.
Should we have a run about? Yeah, want to fetch?
He's really keen to go on his walks again because he was a bit reluctant before, wasn't he?
Yes.
Certainly a few days after the operation, he had no interest in going out whatsoever. He just was lying on the sofa. So now he really looks forward to his walks.
That's a good boy.
Today, Scott is checking up on the 9-year-old Labrador and delivering the all-important test results.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Good. Hello, buddy.
Here's our boy.
Jesse, gonna come see me? Hello, boy. How are you?
Here's that.
Hello, mate. How are you? Oh, it's so good to see you. Wow, he is a happy lad, hey?
He is.
Much happier.
He's completely transformed.
Yeah,
He's having a nice time.
Yeah, good. Well, I mean, obviously it was a big surgery
Yes.
that he went through. How's he been afterwards?
Much better. Really good, yeah. He can walk much better, he's happier. Yeah, he's much more enthusiastic to go out.
Great.
Great relief.
Well, let's have a little feel
Good dog.
that surgical site. And wow, I mean, the difference is incredible. I mean, he actually has a perfectly formed armpit there now. You can really feel that. And as a result, without that
See
there.
the difference.
Yeah.
Yes, it's tremendous.
Yeah, well, let me have a little feel of the little area at the back there. Because that was where we had the real concern regarding his future. And good news is that it's come back as just a fatty growth, completely benign.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
That's really good.
We were so worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
It's such a big relief because we were worried about a couple of them. Scott was as well, I think. So yeah, it's really good news.
Still wagging his tail, aren't you, mate?
Still
Hey?
wagging his tail.
Well, I want to see you running around like a puppy again, hey? Can we see you chase that ball again? Can we? Look at him go.
I know.
Really fast now.
It's really fast, Jen.
Yeah.
Oh, bless
He
him.
hasn't run around like that, for a couple of months.
Good lads.
Come on, run.
Without the ball.
Not the ball.
No. I can fix some things, but not everything.
Jesse.
Seeing Jesse running around the park, he just seems so much more comfortable after the surgery. Now I've been able to remove that, well, it was like a grapefruit-sized lump from underneath his armpit. He's been able to place his legs in a forward direction. Before, he was throwing them around, making him quite uncomfortable, leading to more pain associated with old joints. But now, he's running around like a puppy again.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
Look at
to
that.
see
He's
him
like a
running about.
spring lamb, isn't he? Hey? You good boy.
It's marvellous to see him, back to normal.
Good boy.
You've got yourself a job for the whole day, though.
Well done. Good boy. He's a good boy. Yay. Good boy. A few more years in the old boy yet.
Jesse, come on.
Hey, Ira, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Big day.
Like the jumpsuit.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm kitted out, ready to go for a very big day. I hope our Korean dogs have travelled well to the UK.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Just waiting for them to arrive.
Kennels have been especially prepared for 12 very special rescue cases that are arriving all the way from South Korea.
So the dogs arriving today have been rescued from a meat farm. They are dogs that are either bred for their meat, or they're often stolen, or they're ex-pets that have been picked up. They're kept on these farms, fattened up, and then once a year there's the Yulin meat festivals, where these dogs are basically tortured and killed, and it's horrendous. They're like death camps, really. The Korean government and lots of, young Koreans are obviously anti this now. They're working at closing most of these farms down and rescuing and taking out most of these dogs.
Dogs are complex, emotional, sentient beings, so they understand what's going on around them. So the thought that these poor animals live a life where they're unloved, and when it comes to their final moments, they see what's going to happen to them. It's just, you just can't bear thinking about it. It's awful.
These will be the first Korean meat trade dogs to arrive in the UK after being rescued by the charity Humane Society International.
So we're looking quite shy, a little bit traumatised. Hello.
London-based All Dogs Matter has been entrusted with finding them new homes.
To be able to make just even the slightest bit of difference and have a connection that makes them think, you know what, maybe people aren't horrendous, which they must think right now. Hello, buddy. Welcome to Britain. And I hope that these dogs might finally see a good side to people. It's just awful to think this is the first time he's been shown true affection, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the trust that they give, considering how they're treated, is just, well, I think maybe we can learn some lessons from them.
Well, let's get you somewhere nice and warm, shall we? We've got a lovely bed set up for you. My job today is to examine them all, make sure that they have survived the journey okay, and they're given their first set of vaccinations.
Each dog is taking to its environment differently. While some seem relaxed, others are a lot more fearful.
She won't bite. Poor Lulu, she's obviously seen a hell of a lot. She's one of the most nervous. She's petrified. She won't make any eye contact, won't look at you. She just doesn't want to see anything of the world. I mean, just wonder what she's seen in her little life.
It's so upsetting to see, isn't it?
It's more upsetting now I've met them.
It's really got to you, hasn't it?
Yeah, now I've met them. Yeah.
It's very clear the damage that has been done by these dogs being in the environments that they've been in back in Korea. These dogs have had no upbringing, no socialization, no training, no fun, no joy, and as a result, they just have nothing to give.
She's completely broken down. She's just frozen.
Lulu is clearly severely traumatized. What's going to be the hard part is teaching this beautiful dog to be a dog again. We do need to take a different approach when trying to examine dogs like this, because you simply have no history, and if anything, you know that they're from pretty bad beginnings. So they're going to be nervous, some of them fearful, some of them aggressive as a result of being fearful. So it is a case of just gently moving forward, doing the best for them, but trying to appreciate the traumas they've been through. A little feeling of what freedom feels like, sweetie.
Abby is the first dog Scott will be treating.
The funny thing about dealing with Abby is just she's actually quite friendly. Yes, she's timid and she's nervous and she's shy, but she's not aggressive. And you think, you know what, after what they've been through, if they were trying to bite my face off, I'd understand it. But yet she's still got room in her heart for affection, which is just so desperately sweet.
A little bit unsure of noises.
Well, I suppose in her past, those sorts of noises could have meant death. To think they might have actually seen...
Being grabbed out
Yeah.
of the cage. We're sitting here now, someone
Yeah.
come in and grab her out.
And kill her right in front of their
others.
companions.
It's not worth thinking about. But sadly, it's a reality and it's happening. We just need to stop it happening.
Yeah. And for this little girl, she just needs to learn that she can be safe and confident here and no one's going to do that to you. It is a real privilege today to be the vet for these dogs. Okay, Abby, so you're going to be a brave girl. The first vet in the UK to examine them, give them a vaccination and then help them on their way. Hey, that's the first step to your forever home. Yes. I was really gearing myself up for a really difficult job today, that these dogs would really make it hard to get these vaccinations in them to start the process of a healthy new life.
Good girl.
Good girl. But most of them, friendly, sweet, just thoroughly gorgeous creatures. So little Mocha here is behaving a little bit more like what you'd expect from a meat dog.
Yeah.
A bit more
Nervous
aggressive.
and a little bit of an aggression, yeah. So I
Yeah.
think we're going to have to be careful here.
Getting into the cage with Mocha and Jane, you can see that this dog is just quite fearful, quite nervous, and also a little bit reactive. And it's those dogs you can't read very well, and sometimes they go from fearful to aggressive. All right. You're not stupid. You know exactly what this is, don't you? I mean, he's acting just like you'd expect a dog from a meat farm to behave. He's like, all people are scum, and I don't trust one single one of you. Eh? Understandably, that type of rope would have been the kind of thing that would have been put around other dogs that he would have seen back in Korea and would have been dragged out to their deaths. So clearly he's going to be worried about that.
Good boy.
Now, we're really sorry about that.
Good
okay?
boy.
We're not trying to do anything mean to you. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, so I'm just checking the fact that Mocha is definitely a boy.
And?
He is, but he's got a bit of an issue in that he only has one descended testicle.
Okay.
So he's a cryptorchid. So the other one, I can't feel it in the inguinal canal. So it means that that testicle is likely still in his abdomen. So when he gets neutered, we'll have to go fishing in there to try and find
it.
Remove it.
Good boy.
Although I've picked up a condition in Mocha that does need surgery, I just don't feel that his emotional state is strong enough for him to leave the supportive environment of the kennels. So I think it's best I leave him here in the caring and loving arms of Jane, but I will be coming back to pick him up soon. See, we didn't even need the muzzle. Hey? No, we didn't. No. Right, so who's next?
Most of the new arrivals are Jindos, originally bred in South Korea for hunting. So the next patient kennel manager Jane introduces to Scott
Hello, Jack.
stands out.
Hello, mate. Wow, well, that's a very friendly hello, isn't it?
Good boy. Should we go in and have a look at him?
Yeah, please. Hi, Jack. Jack is a very sweet little Beagle cross. He's very chilled, very happy, very waggy-tailed dog. He's clearly an ex-pet dog that unfortunately got caught up in the dog meat trade.
So I had noticed with his left eye.
Yes.
I'd like you to have a look at that, please.
Yeah, I can see. So he's got a cherry eye, an enlargement of the gland that hides in the third eyelid. It's prolapsed out, becomes more irritated, gets larger, stays out. So it's probably very likely that Jack has had that his whole life, and something I can easily fix with a little bit of surgery, can't I?
Brilliant.
Yeah, but I can see also at the same time he's probably, are you an entire male? Yes. Sorry to do that straight away. A bit rude, isn't it? Hey? So we need to neuter you. We need to sort your eye out, and then we can find you a lovely new home. But he is not going to have any trouble,
I don't think
is he?
so. I think he'll be straight out.
Yeah. Jack's a really happy boy and far less traumatised than some of the others. All right, good boy, brave boy. So I think he's the perfect candidate for me to take back to the practice to give him all the procedures that he needs so he's ready for his forever home. Where's my good, brave girl?
Before Scott heads back to Richmond with Jack, there's one last rescue dog to look at.
Lily just has no spark in her at all. There's no energy, there's not even any fight. I can hear her heart, now we just need to fill it with some love, don't we? Yes. Okay, good girl. So now I need to vaccinate you. I'm so sorry. It is literally like having a soft toy that you need to vaccinate. She just doesn't react. She is just given up. She just doesn't know what it's like to be a dog, doesn't know what it's like to enjoy life, to be outside, to be loved, to be cared for, to be trained, to be fed. Do you feel like you need to cuddle her for years and years to make up for everything that's
been done to her, everything she's seen. We're sorry. It's going to get better. Yeah, well.
It's been an emotional day for everyone. And with all the rescue dogs now vaccinated, Scott is heading back to the practice with Jack for his eye surgery.
Jane, I will take this boy and you can look after the rest.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Come on, big boy.
See you soon.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. You're keen, aren't you? Come on then, let's go. Good boy. Come on, lad. In you come. Come on. Come on. Come meet the team.
At the Richmond Practice, Scott has arrived with Jack.
Come on. Hi, ladies.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, this is Jack. Guess where he's from?
I don't know, local charity? Or...
He's not a Richmond boy.
The Beagle Cross was one of the 12 dogs that have just arrived in the UK after being rescued from the meat trade in South Korea.
Come on then, let's go. Good boy. That's it.
Jack needs immediate surgery before the search can begin to find him a new home.
Not only do we need to neuter Jack in order for him to find his forever home, but also we need to correct something that he has called cherry eye. Basically, he has a small gland in the third eyelid which has prolapsed. And what I need to do is to encourage it back behind that third eyelid. And I do that by performing a procedure where I almost make a little sleeping bag for it, tuck it back in, and that inflammation reduces.
I don't think Jack's too impressed by the looks of it.
Assisting Scott today are nurses Nathan and Reagan.
Let's just give him a little pre-med. Here you go, boy.
Jack is far less traumatised than some of the other dogs rescued from South Korea, indicating he may once have been someone's pet.
Are you sleepy? Jack is a dog that's been in a dog meat farm and yet is finding solace and clearly joy in the arms of people. So it's quite heartbreaking in a way to think that this boy doesn't have a home, but you know what? He's going to get one quickly. He is adorable. All right, Nathan, so just start with the castration. He's okay?
Yeah, all good.
You're happy?
Yeah. How many of these do you think you've performed?
How many castrations do I think I've performed? Oh. Well, I mean, my first job was the RSPCA in Sydney and we did 40 neuterings every day. And I was there for over a year, so thousands. Yeah, thousands. Okay, so castration all done. Reagan, can you roll in the other anaesthetic unit and then we can get going on his eye. You just need to flip him around. Touch. So I can see really clearly the little cherry eye gland there. My job is to try and encourage it to go back where it needs to be, which is behind that third eyelid. Right. So I need you to give it a little bit more, okay. Tension there. So if you then flap back over, that's it. Okay. And that, my friends, is that. So all good. So we can take the sutures out. Yeah. And then that eyelid, once it's cooled down a little bit, that swelling will come down and you'll never know this handsome chap had a cherry eye. All right, let's wake this boy up. This dog was nearly food. And to think that that happens in the world today is just so shocking and horrifying.
Henry.
Hello. Hello, big guy.
The fact that he still has love in his heart for people is incredibly humbling and reminds us all just how amazing dogs really are. All the horrible stuff's all done.
You can be rehomed.
That's right. Yeah. To someone who's going to love you very much. Just what you deserve.
At the Isleworth practice, vet nurse Lily is bringing in her pet hamster
Hello. Hi, Lily.
for a pedicure.
This is my hamster, Cricket. Hi, Cricket. Hi. Can I hold her? Yeah. Is it a girl? It is. Has she got enough bedding, do you think? Well, this is her burrow box. It's not actually her full cage.
Nurse Gina and vet Phoebe are instantly smitten with the lively little hamster.
Hello. She's very cute. Hello. She's very cute. Is she okay though? Is there anything wrong with her? She's fine, but her nails are starting to curl over, so I think they might need a bit of a trim.
Okay, we can definitely do that. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
They've got a bit long and they're actually sort of twisting her toes a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I changed Cricket's bedding over quite recently, and ever since then, her nails are not wearing down as they used to. So they're starting to curl over, which can't be very comfortable for her.
Right then, let's put her back in and take her through. There you go. Now don't go squash her. Don't go hiding.
Come on in, let's go get you a manicure.
I've done nail clips in dogs and cats and rabbits. I've done them in every other possible animal I can think of, just never done them in a hamster before. So I'm a bit concerned that she's going to be really wriggly. And I know that also in hamsters, the stress of something like this can be quite dangerous. Their heart can stop and things like that.
Yeah, so she's quite happy being handled.
Yeah.
And she does come around the country with me, so she's used to stress.
But it clearly is something that needs to be done.
She's less reluctant to go on her wheel, certainly.
Yeah.
But she's still happily climbing all over the bars.
Oh, well, we can't have you not going on your wheel, can we? That's what hamsters are meant to do. She might be a bit more settled in your hands.
I doubt it. She usually climbs all over me.
These are the smallest clippers we have.
They're still about half the size of her.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll try our best.
Good girl, good girl.
There we go.
Got one.
Got one.
Sorry, good girl, good girl.
2. 3. I feel like you wouldn't be able to do this with that many hamsters.
No.
Right, how's that foot looking? So that's already made a difference to her walking, I can see, with the foot that we have done and the foot that we haven't. Lily, I'm very impressed with Cricket.
No, I'm lucky she was so friendly.
Yeah.
That's why I picked her. She was the only one who came to greet me when I went to pick one out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Right.
Paw number 2.
Let's carry on. Sorry, Bob.
Cricky's doing really well. She's not squeaking as much as I thought she would, which can be a sign of stress. So hopefully we can get on and cut the rest of her nails quite fast.
One more foot. We really need some smaller clippers.
Don't think they do hamster-sized clippers.
No, I'm not sure they do. There we go. Done. I think I got better as we went along. Or maybe she just was putting up with it a bit better. There we go. So it's really nice when you can cut hamsters' nails like this because it clearly provides instant relief. So we can put her back on the table and her toes are now nicely aligned and I think she's a lot more comfortable. And although she's not looking happier, I can tell that she's happier.
Do you want a treat for going through that?
What's that? Oh, you were really good, weren't you?
Yeah. Handsome you are. I think you know you're handsome, don't you? And you know you're very cute.
At the Richmond Practice, Nurse Sam is spending time with Jack, one of the 12 dogs rescued from the South Korean meat trade.
Someone's going to see you today. You might have a new home.
It's been just a week since he arrived in the UK to hopefully begin a promising new life. Today, Jack has some special visitors, Caroline and her son Alex, and Basset Hound Snoopy.
Come on, boy.
The family has been following Jack's story and are interested in adoption.
We'd been following it on social media, so we'd seen Jack's story before he arrived in the country.
Hello, you're going to have a younger brother that looks not dissimilar.
No, he doesn't. No, not dissimilar. He's very lucky to have been brought over, to have been looked after. So, yeah, hopefully we can now be part of that as well.
Lovely. He's so wonderful, aren't you?
Although Caroline and Alex are keen to adopt Jack, they need to make sure he gets along with 9-year-old Snoopy.
What do you think, Snoopy? What do you think?
Well, no reaction is better than an aggressive one, so I'll take that. That's fine.
He's quite chilled.
He's
very nice.
Well, maybe he's just quite discerning, so he just needs to get to know Jack a little more. You guys go and have a lovely walk in the beautiful green fields of Richmond.
I really think that Caroline and Alex's family is going to be a perfect match for our little Jack, but we just want to make sure it's right.
Come on, Jack. Come on.
So they decide to take Jack for a little walk with Snoopy in the green fields of Richmond.
Snoopy's always a little bit aloof. He's 9.5. He's one of these dignified old gents. He's not quite as excited as Jack, but it all seems good. Very happy.
How's it on?
Good, really good.
Yeah?
I think...
Got on very well.
They don't want to come back in. I think they
Jack,
might
is it
like
love?
each other.
Brotherly love.
But yeah, brotherly love.
love.
That's what we're having.
I think the most important thing is that he's happy and it's the best thing for him. I'm really hoping it is.
Well, that's it. I think the two big pluses that you give Jack is A, you work from home.
Yes.
So you are there to be able to give him the long walks that he needs. He's still a young, energetic, exuberant dog.
Absolutely.
But also, he doesn't tend to be upset when he's with the companionship of another dog. And that's exactly what Snoopy's going to offer. So for us, I think we couldn't think of anyone more perfect to take him.
We're very thankful and very thrilled.
It's been a massive privilege to work with these dogs that have been rescued from the dog meat trade, and these are the lucky ones. And Jack particularly, he'll only know love from here on out.
Good luck, guys. All the best.
Thank you very
much. Bye, Jack. Bye, Snoopy. Look after him for us. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye, Jack. Bye, Jack. Bye. See ya.
2 weeks later, Scott is returning to the rescue charity All Dogs Matter.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Good lad.
He's back to see Mocha, one of the 12 dogs rescued from the South Korean meat trade.
Good lad.
Mocha has a condition known as cryptorchidism, where one of his testicles is missing from the scrotum.
Hello, Jane.
Hi, Scott.
This is all looking very promising, isn't it?
He's getting used to some pampering.
Hello, Mocha.
Doing really well.
Hey. Well, Jane, you've obviously been sprinkling your magic on this guy because he's quite the transformed character, isn't he?
Coming on really, really well. It's all right.
When Scott first saw Mocha, the little dog was deeply traumatised.
I mean, he's acting just like you'd expect.
And too stressed to be taken back to the practice for surgery.
I'm not trying to do anything mean to you.
Scott predicted it would take intensive TLC to help Mocha come out of his shell.
So we've been getting used to handling him, grooming him, getting him ready for his forever home.
And he's at least accepting it now, isn't it? Whereas
Seems so much more relaxed.
he was quite a nervous chap. I remember us running around trying to get hold of him.
Exactly, yeah.
So it seems to me that he has developed a little bit more confidence since he arrived from Korea. Do you feel like maybe he's ready now to allow me to take him to the practice?
I think that'd be great. I think the trust is there and I think he's good to go.
Yeah, and we just need to jump this last hurdle before he can go to his forever home. It's got to happen sometime, my friend. Hey, you ready?
I think he's ready.
Yeah.
Jane's an incredible person. She really is like a dog whisperer. She is so good with them.
Good lad, is that nice?
You see the way she moves with them and works with them. She really does garner their confidence, and clearly that's really worked with Mocha.
Now, mate, I'm really sorry to do this, but I just want to make sure that what I felt last time in your male areas is the same. All right, so let me just have a little feel.
Good boy.
See what we've got back here. So,
good lad.
Last time I could only feel one testicle in his scrotum, and the same applies today, I'm afraid. So there is just the one ball in the bag.
Right.
So the other one
Mocha
is likely to be in his abdomen.
Okay.
Still, so he would have been born that way, and he's classed as a dog with cryptorchidism.
Okay.
And that is a problem long term because that testicle will develop in a warmer environment, being in the abdomen rather than being in the scrotum, and that could mean he's opened up to, well, basically cancer.
Okay.
So it's better that we just take it out now that we know it's a problem, and then he can start in his new life.
So that's good that he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. There we are, Mocha.
All right.
Off you go.
Go, all right, in there. Good boy, in you go. There we go. Good lad. All right. Right, see you soon.
See you soon. Good luck, Mocha.
Cuddles? Gizmo, come and have a cuddle with Mum.
Another one of Scott's patients will also be heading in to see him later today.
No reaction at all.
Grumpy Gizmo belongs to Sarah and David.
Hello. Gizmo's our Persian cat, which is a rescued cat. And he's approximately 10 years old because being a rescue cat, it's difficult to age them.
Lately, the Persian rescue cat has developed a rather embarrassing habit.
Gizmo's got a sexual preference like me.
I'd rephrase that.
Yeah, well, how can you rephrase it? All he wants to do is hump me leg or me arm.
Gizmo, give it a bloody break.
As soon as I come home from work in the evening, sit down and watch a bit of telly, he's on me and tries to hump me stupid.
Yeah.
No. No. Pack it up. No. We tried schooling him for it to try and prevent him from doing things like that, and it just makes him worse.
Off you go.
Come on, Giz, call it a day. You've had enough of this. I'll go and tell your mother. That's it.
We were told he was neutered, so really it shouldn't be going on.
Gizmo, stop it. Now.
It's got to the stage it is embarrassing. All right, David thinks it's funny. I don't anymore. I don't think he would do it when anyone was here, but I wouldn't want it to happen.
Gizmo, stop it.
Sarah is so fed up with Gizmo's antics, she's booked him in for an appointment with Scott later today.
Pack it up.
Come on, beautiful. Let's go and show you off to the girls. Hi, guys.
Hello. Oh, who's this?
This very handsome fellow is Mocha.
Scott has arrived at the St Margaret's Practice with Mocha. The timid little rescue dog is getting a warm welcome from receptionist Liz and vet nurse Jess.
He's gorgeous, isn't he? Looks a bit shy.
Yeah, he's still trying to take in everything that's happened to him, I think. He's probably never been in a room with, white walls and people that smile and things that we just take for granted, so he's just going to be nervous about life, aren't you, for a while? But you're a lovely boy, aren't you? Poppy's like, yeah, that's what I think of people that are in the meat trade. Yes, come on then. All right, come on. Let's leave you up here, Poppy. Jess, you're with me.
See you later.
We don't know if Mocha's going to be fear aggressive. We've only seen him for today, so we have to gauge his behaviour.
There we go. Auntie Jess has got you.
Good boy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is a very funny noise. We'll start it over here.
Oh, he's a brave lad.
It's fine.
Just taking it a bit more slow and being more patient with him, because you can see in his eyes, he's just not sure about us yet.
Okay, so I'll just give you a little bit of this to make you feel a bit sleepy. Yeah?
It's strange, isn't it, that we get so many dogs and puppies that come in that have been socialised and been around families and people that aren't even half as well behaved as he is.
Much more of a handful. Yeah, you're incredible, aren't you? Yeah. I mean, we've been working and existing alongside dogs for thousands of years, so there's something in that. There's almost a genetic memory for us to get on with dogs and for dogs to get on with us. And he's just tapping into that, forgetting what he's seen before and appreciating what he's got now.
Mocha is now fully sedated, and Scott can proceed with the operation.
It doesn't take a vet to see that there is only one testicle in that scrotum, and that is clearly incorrect. So what we need to work out is where's the best spot to go fishing? And we can work that out by just pushing this testicle upwards, and we can see when you push it upwards, you can see actually that is the testicle from his right. So therefore, the other testicle should be to his left. So that's my fishing spot right there. It's really important that we find this testicle because it is a bit of a ticking time bomb. When the testicle develops, it goes outside the body and into the scrotum, and it functions at 2 degrees below body temperature. When it's inside the body, it's 2 degrees above what it should be. That can then stimulate mutation, and the main mutation is unfortunately cancer. Okay, so everyone ready? Everyone happy?
Yep.
Yep, okay. First things first, I'm just going to cut through the abdominal wall just to be able to gain access to the abdominal cavity, and then I'm going to go fishing. So it's kind of like an ice fisherman, so they have to cut the hole in the ice first, and then they pop the line in and see what they can catch. So I'm basically just fishing around just to sort of see what I can feel, and I feel something testicle-esque, and I'm going to try and grab hold of it. Yes, there you are, you little bugger. Here we go, Reagan, look at this. Yeah, caught one.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There it is.
It's quite small, actually.
Yeah, so it's just developed exactly where it shouldn't have. So as a result, it's just a bit abnormal, but left to its own devices, abnormality can turn into lots of nasty things, including cancer. So it's definitely a case of better out than in.
Yeah. Good catch.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. So there we have one testicle. So you can see it's a very abnormal testicle because normally that's all contained in a little bag, but actually it was all one long structure.
Baby ball.
Baby ball. All right, so that's done. Nice and neat. In and out. Never knew I was there, like a burglar. Now I can remove the easy one. So there we go. You can see the difference then, Reagan.
Yeah.
So that's a normal testicle. All right, so that's that. All done. Castration completed. Our boy can wake up.
Cool.
Come on then, boy. Let's pop you back to bed. Oh, he's a good boy. Come on then. Come on. Good boy. Here we go. Let's pop you in here.
Mocker will sleep off his sedation before being returned to the charity All Dogs Matter, and the search can begin for his new family.
Okay, all right. You sleep that off. Fishing's exhausting, isn't it? Yeah.
Hello, Buzz.
Hey, Gizzy.
You got your boy back again.
Oh, my baby.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, your baby.
My baby.
Is it?
At the Richmond clinic, Sarah and David have arrived with Gizmo. Practice manager Maz has a soft spot for the frisky feline.
How's he doing? Is he all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
He needs to have a quick check-up.
Oh, poor Gizzy.
Because he wants to hump me all the time. Honest.
I mean, you're not even that keen on David, are you? So
No, she hates me most of the time.
I can't quite believe that. Humping? Man, I wish I was a fly on the wall when Scott examines Gizmo.
I don't think he's had a gay cat before.
That's some familiar voices. Hello, guys. You're all right. Hello, gorgeous. Mwah.
Thank you.
Hello.
They've brought Gizzy in to see you.
Oh, my favourite ginger in the whole world.
Have fun.
Oh my God, you two are such trouble. Come on, mate, let's run. Let's run. In we go. Every time Gizmo comes into the vet practice, we have a bit of a bromance. We have a huge cuddle. He purrs away, and I absolutely adore him.
Hello, my boy. Oh,
I know. He doesn't like it.
But today, he really doesn't seem particularly happy at all.
Oh dear. Got a right grumpy face on.
He's normally a bit surly, let's be honest.
Yeah,
but we sort of put up with it and we love him. But he seems a bit grumpier than normal.
He
Do
is
you think
grumpier
that's...
than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be looked at. His hormones are running.
Oh, right.
As in...
His hormones are running. Well, he's neutered, so that seems an impossibility.
I don't think so. He's supposed to be muted.
He's supposed to be, but his behaviour doesn't come across that way, not with David, anyway.
If I'm sitting in an armchair, he would try to do my arm. If I lay on the settee, he'd try and do my leg.
Come again?
Not amused that we're all laughing at him.
No, I think that's probably why he's grumpy.
I'm quite sure it is.
Does he just show that sort of attention to you and not you, Sarah?
Not to me.
Just me.
Not
just
to me.
Wherever.
Just David.
So I don't know if you can supply pills or something for him.
I mean, that's Daddy. That's just wrong. You know. Let's wind this back. What I want to do is just give him a physical exam.
Yeah.
All right, and just check him over. If I get you just to hold him around the shoulders, please, Sarah. I'm just going to sit down. I think it's really important that Sarah and David have brought up this complaint. With me, it is very strange behaviour, but sometimes when cats behave strangely, they're actually unwell. So I'm just going to have a little feel of his back. Okay. Does seem a little bit tender about me extending his hips there. Good boy.
You'd know that Persians do suffer a bit from arthritis.
Yeah, good boy. Now I'm just going to have a feel at his back in here just to see and make sure that he's definitely been neutered. Sorry, mate.
Oh, dear. It's the indignity of it, isn't it, Gizmo?
He's definitely been neutered. I think it's highly unlikely that he would have come from a rescue centre without them neutering him.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Maybe he was neutered as an adult. And what that means is, unlike a normal young kitten that's neutered early, they don't know what it is to feel sexually active.
Yeah.
He, on the other hand, has had all the testosterone coursing around his veins, and he's just been a red-blooded male, and he wants to perform.
Continue, yeah.
It may well be that your boy is feeling sexually active, but you're what he fancies, and not you, Sarah, sadly.
Yeah, oh well.
There's two issues here with Gizmo. One is a behavioural issue that he is doing this inappropriate humping. The second is that he has a medical issue. He has some osteoarthritis in his lower back and his hips, and it's making him a little bit more grouchy than normal. So we're going to do two things. Your job is to not respond to his sexual advances, and you're going to avoid any shaking, looking at him, talking to him, telling him off. None of that. You're going to completely ignore him, but what you're going to do is squirrel away in between the cushions of the sofa that you sit on a little spray bottle of water and just give him one spray in the face. Cats hate being wet most of the time, but particularly sprayed in the face. So the reaction he'll have is of disgust, and that should immediately calm down his libido. And Sarah, for you, I know that you will empathise with the fact that he's probably feeling a bit sore. And he has a bit of arthritis, and I know that you suffer with the same condition.
He's uncomfortable.
We're going to try a course of anti-inflammatories, okay? So you're going to be my nurse, you're going to be my behaviourist, and together I'm hoping we're going to have a happy and slightly less inappropriate ginger cat.
Okay.
Sound good?
That's brilliant, Scott.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
I'm very pleased that it's nothing sinister, that it's just something that can be controlled.
All right,
Yeah.
and look, let's not judge. You know, he's a lovely cat regardless of who he loves. Okay?
I'll just get myself a dog.
Oh, thanks.
Good boy. And roll over.
A month later in North London, South Korean rescue dog Jack is relishing life with his new family and big brother Snoopy.
And down. Get down.
At the beginning, I was a little anxious. Obviously, I didn't know how his behaviour would be or how traumatised he would be. And he's settled so well. I find it quite amazing how calm he's been, how comfortable he seems here. And it's lovely to see how happy Jack clearly is.
Scott performed eye surgery on Jack shortly after the Beagle arrived from South Korea. And today he's making a home visit to see how well the little dog has recovered.
Hi, Caroline. How are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Mwah. Mwah.
You want to come in and
Yes,
see the
love
doggy?
to. Can't wait to see my boy. Oh, it looks like someone's having a rough life. Hello.
Hello, my boy.
How are you? It's looking like he's having a dreadful time.
Not too miserable, I don't think.
And first things first, let me have a look at your eyes. I mean, amazingly, you really just can't tell the difference between the surgical eye, which was that left eye, and the right. They look exactly the same. So a great result on that front.
Lovely bright eye.
The cherry eye is completely resolved. He's looking good. And how's he going with his buddy here?
Really good. Better probably than I thought. At the beginning, I was a little anxious. I wasn't sure that Snoopy wanted a little brother, but it's been great. They spend a lot of time just cuddling up on the sofa together. At the beginning, he would fall off the sofa. I think his spatial awareness wasn't great, having been in a cage for so long.
We're pretty small confines and flat.
I think so. And his back legs, the muscles were very wasted. There wasn't much muscle there, so he's getting stronger. If Jack is feeling playful, then Snoopy gets told he has to play, which I think is quite nice for the old guy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Jack is just part of the family now. We wouldn't want to be without him.
You're a lucky boy. Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones. Yeah. Hey, you sure are. Yeah.
You gonna be a good boy from now on? Right?
As for Grumpy Gizmo, Jack is The water spray and arthritis medications seem to be working.
You're not bothered about doing naughty things now.
He's no longer trying to hump David.
All you want is a big old cuddle, don't you? Nah, that's it. Now you relax, aren't you?
Much to the delight of relieved owner Sarah.
Gizmo is one big, cuddly, loving baby. And we love him. You're supposed to be a pedigree Persian pussycat. Look at you. Come on, let's dry you off.
And there's good news for another one of the rescue dogs.
Hey, Mocha.
In South London, Mocha is also enjoying a brand new life.
How are you doing?
Mocha's new owner, Mina, is also originally from South Korea and feels strongly about the abuse of dogs in her home country.
I always felt very bad about my culture and people eating dog meat. I always wanted to rescue dogs from dog meat farm, and that's why we adopted Mocha. Good boy.
Mina's other rescue dog, Ellie, has been an ideal playmate for shy Mocha.
High five. Good girl. Ellie is a very affectionate dog, so if we sit on the couch, Ellie will come and Mocha will just copy her and he'll come and ask for pets. So Ellie is just Mocha's model. Sit.
But Mocha is still painfully timid and will need a lot more time to learn to socialize.
Mocha was just too scared about everything. And if you put on the lead and he thinks like, I'm going to do something on him, he would just sit on the floor and wouldn't move and just so scared. And so we tried to walk both of the dog together and then he was just completely okay on the lead. So we were so surprised. Wow, that's how he trusts dogs but not humans.
Mocha was deeply traumatized when Scott first saw him, so he's keen to check up on his progress.
That's it.
Hi there, Mina.
Hi, Scott.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. I like the way you're making happy little families
Yes,
here. They're both getting on so nicely. So who is this?
This is Ellie.
Hello, Ellie. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? And of course, Mocha.
Yeah, hi, Mocha.
Hello, beautiful. Walking up to Mina, I get to see the beautiful Mocha looking like a completely transformed character. There he is on a lead in a park in the middle of London with a little canine companion and a loving new owner. It's wonderful. Can you say hi to me? Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Oh, thank you very much. Oh. Hey, sit. Wow, so already got some basic training down, Mina. Well done.
You can ask for kisses too.
Oh, I'd love to. Can I have kisses? Kisses?
Oh,
thank you. Even if you have to buy it, it's still lovely. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think Mocha remembers Scott and it looks like he's happy to see Scott again and he gives like a bunch of kisses.
So still a bit nervous of people, which is completely understandable. I mean, where he came from, he had no trust or faith in the people around him. So it's a whole process of relearning that people actually are quite nice. One of the things that Mina's concerned about is that Mocha really doesn't like people, particularly men, which is not a surprise considering where he's come from. So she just needs to continue to socialise him well, go out and about, meet lots of lovely dog owners, and hopefully soon he'll realise that not all people are bad. Yeah.
But he's completely trusts me right now. So every time he's scared about other strangers who just come and sit right next to me and he just thinks that I can protect him.
Oh, Mocha really couldn't be in a more perfect environment to be with a countrywoman, with another dog that we know that he loves, and all he wants is love, affection, and attention. And it sounds like that's what he's going to get with you.
It's been only 1 month, but I see like huge improvement on Mocha.
Kisses?
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
And thank you so much for taking care of him. I really appreciate it, I do.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm just so glad that I've been able to play a part, and now that he is in a happy family. I have massive respect for Mina and absolutely everyone who's been involved with rescuing Mocha
all the way through to him having a lovely new home. All those people are really fighting a great fight to try and end the cruel trade, which is the dog meat trade. Let's hope that it's over very soon.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. I love you too. Yes.
Finally, a break in the weather.
Scott is in Cornwall, where severe weather has been lashing the rugged coastline, resulting in high numbers of seals being stranded along the beaches.
I've just had word that there's a seal pup that's been washed up on the beach, and the poor thing, it's in a pretty bad way. And that's a fairly common sighting down here on this wild and windy Cornish coastline, where seal pups are separated from their mum, and then it really is a struggle to survive on their own.
Scott's had extensive experience working with seals after a stint at the Marine Mammal Center in San Francisco. The center rescues and treats badly injured animals found along the California coast.
Hey Dan, so what have you got?
Hey, we've just picked up a little seal pup from over there. We've just moved it up because of the tide, but we'll give it a check over now if you're ready to jump on it.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Dan is the Field Support Officer for British Divers Marine Life Rescue, a volunteer organisation dedicated to rescuing marine animals found in distress around the UK.
Just turn him around a little bit.
Like a young one.
It is, yeah, quite small as well, so here we go. Just pop that towel over it.
Oh, hello, beautiful.
Probably about in the range of 6 weeks, something like that.
I think. Yeah, you're quite a thin girl, aren't you?
That's right.
While I'm sitting on this girl, I can really feel how bony and thin she is. I can feel her ribs and her spine. She just doesn't have the fat coverage that she should at this stage in her life.
The seal pup will have to be moved off the beach, but first she desperately needs rehydration.
Here you go.
Okay. All right, so sweetheart, this is not going to be very nice, but it's all for a good cause. So we've got sort of a nice energy drink there for her, yeah? Full of electrolytes and fluids.
It is.
Good girl. It's okay.
There we go. Taking that quite nicely. And these rehydration fluids will help just give her a little bit of energy, perk her up a little bit for the journey to the seal sanctuary where we can get her some care and antibiotics. So the rear right flipper here is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't really see any injuries on there. There's a tiny little graze just here. And then same on this flipper here, a little bit of a bigger wound.
Oh, ouch.
Just there.
Yeah.
That's
That
probably
looks like a bite for sure, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My heart really goes out for this poor seal pup. I mean, only a few weeks ago, she would have been with mum, getting a lovely meal of milk very regularly throughout the day. Then she got weaned and things have gone from bad to worse. She's not been able to hunt. She's been bitten on one of her flippers. Then she's been dehydrated, starved, and then thrown onto the beach. So life has not been too fair for this poor girl. There you go.
That's it. I'll bring her ear end over.
Good girl. That's it. In you go. Here we go.
That's it.
The next step is to get this pup to the nearby Cornish Seal Sanctuary as quickly as possible for more emergency treatment.
Perfect.
Good girl.
Oh, Dotty!
Back in London, Scott's receptionist Elle is worried about her new family pet.
Who loves her food?
Dotty. Dotty does. I've got a new Dachshund called Dotty. She's a rescue from Dogs Trust and she's 4 months old.
Dotty, come on.
Where is it?
Elle and daughter Lucilda adopted Dotty after looking after a friend's Dachshund and falling in love with the breed.
Dotty, what's he doing?
Oh my goodness, the Dachshund breed are incredible. They're little characters, they can be very stubborn, they're cheeky, they're energetic, and they just love to play, and the children love Dachshunds. You can pick them up, carry them everywhere. They can go on long walks, just everything. She is a big, big part of the family.
But Elle fears the little pup may have had a tough start.
I know a little about her past. She was found in a van at Dover Docks with lots of litters of puppies that had come from Europe, and it had been seized.
With no details about her medical history, Dotty is booked in for an appointment with vet Phoebe to make sure she doesn't have any serious health issues.
You have to be careful, they've got very long backs.
I want Phoebe to just check the length of her back and her patellas, especially in the back legs, and just check her out completely to make sure she's okay. Good girl.
Back in Cornwall, Scott and Dan have arrived at the Cornish Seal Sanctuary with the injured pup. And waiting for them is animal care supervisor Claire.
Hey, Claire.
Hi.
How's it going?
All right. Hello.
So we've got a very beautiful female seal for you. She seems only a few weeks old, really quite thin,
Shivering.
quite weak, a little bit dehydrated with the dry eyes, and she's got a bite wound on her right rear flipper and an abrasion on her right foreflipper.
Okay.
So now you've got to get her straight into the hospital, but first things first, you've got a very important white gown on for a good reason, haven't you?
Yeah, so we'll just quickly test her for avian flu, and once she's passed that, she can come straight up to the hospital and we can start treating her straight away.
Nice. Sounds exactly what she needs. All right, then. Avian flu is most commonly associated with birds, of course, but seals are also at risk of contracting the virus. It's a highly contagious and sometimes deadly condition. So if this girl has it, then we can't risk taking her into the hospital and coming into contact with other seals.
That's it. Thank you.
So I know that she needs a name to go into the hospital, and I just think she's so incredibly beautiful.
There is a word that we can use which might suit her, which is Gwynia, or Gwynny, perhaps for short.
Okay. There you go, Gwynny. What do you think? Says, I don't care. I don't care what you call me. I'm hungry and I'm cold.
Pretty much.
Well, now your name's Gwynny, you can come to the hospital. Hopefully that avian flu test has come back negative. Hey, baby. How's it looking, Claire?
Yeah, it's all negative. So
All negative?
We're ready to go.
Awesome. Okay, let's get this girl into the hospital then, shall we?
Excellent. Gwynny might not look too bad right now, but she might just be hanging on to that last little bit of energy to keep her going, but she could really crash at any moment if she just loses all of her energy. So it's quite important we move really quickly now.
Okay then, Dan, thanks a lot. Okay, Gwynny, let's go. Let's get into that hospital, sweetheart. So, where is she going in here?
Yeah, just pop her in here and then we'll just need to change her wellies.
It's just a short distance up to the hospital, and straight away Scott and Claire can start work on Gwynny.
So, the broom technique, yes?
Yeah, over the shoulder.
Okay.
A weigh-in will provide important clues about the young seal's condition.
So, including the cage, it's 26 kilograms. So the cage is how heavy?
It's 14 and a half.
14 and a half. Okay, so that means she's 14 and a half, so she's 11 and a half?
Yeah.
But that's a very, very light seal, isn't it?
Yeah, incredibly light.
Yeah.
At this age, she should be about 25, 26 kilos at least.
So she's less than half the weight she should be.
Very, very
Gwynny,
small.
gee, you really have fallen on hard times. Let's settle you into your new dig, sweetie. Come on.
11 and a half kilos. She's one of the smallest that we've had in this year. Very, very skinny. You can see her hip bones and you can see her ribs. So yeah, very malnourished.
So Claire, lots of clothing changes and boot changes here at the sanctuary. They're really important, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. We have to make sure that anything that she has doesn't get transmitted to the whole hospital. So it's very important that one set of wellies, one set of overalls, and one set of jackets for one pup.
Yeah, because one set of germs doesn't want to spread to another pup.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's start your exam, sweetie. Okay. It's all right. It's all right.
It's okay.
Very good. Okay, so first things first, I should just take her temperature, hey? All right. No one likes the thermometer there, sweetie. Honestly, no one. Hey. Oh! Gwynny, goodness gracious.
Yeah, the seals do it all the time.
Do they?
Yeah.
Lovely. No one can ever say that our job is particularly glamorous. And here I am at the Seal Sanctuary, scrabbling around on the floor with a colleague, very close, very intimate. Claire's doing a fantastic job as I'm trying to take little Gwynny's temperature. And then Gwynny lets off an interesting noise. Definitely wasn't Claire. So just getting a temperature there, it's 38.9, which is actually quite worrying. The average temperature for a seal is about 37. So nearly 2 degrees above that means that she is suffering likely with a fever. So she's even more unwell than we first thought. All right, so I'm just going to check all the flippers then. I'm just going to check that wounded flipper. This wound does look quite a lot worse than it did on the beach. It's quite deep.
Looks quite infected. There's a little tiny bite there and a larger bite there, so I suggest that this is definitely a seal bite. There's sort of a canine hole and then a premolar hole. There's 3 deep wounds on Gwynny's left rear flipper, and they really look very painful and very sore. There's a little bit of pus coming out of one of them. There is a distinct possibility that little Gwynny could be suffering with a condition known as osteomyelitis, which is infection of the actual bone. Because these bites are so deep, they can penetrate right down and into the bone, and this could lead to a blood infection known as septicemia, and that could have dire consequences for the future of little Gwynny. So Claire, lots of these seal pups that come in have these pretty extensive bite wounds.
The adults will defend their space, and if the pups don't move out of the way or get caught in the middle of it, then they can be the casualties.
Okay, so now it's blood sampling time. The concern of taking a blood sample from a seal is that you actually have to put the needle pretty much hovering over the spinal cord. Now, in a dog or a cat, you can take it from the jugular vein, so in their neck or in their front limb. That's not the case with seals, so it's quite nerve-wracking because you go in a little bit too far and you can irreparably injure the seal you're trying to save. Okay, good girl. Excellent. Okay, good. Okay. It's always quite a nerve-wracking moment because that needle is very close to the seal's spine, and the spinal cord is pretty important. I think we all can agree. So we'll send that to the lab and we'll just see how healthy or not she is, and we can start the course of treatment.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so hydration time again. So, okay, come on. Fluids at this stage of her hospitalisation are incredibly important, so it's only really once you're fully hydrated we actually develop an appetite.
It's not very clever, is it?
I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit concerned about her.
Yeah.
There we go. No. Sorry, sweetie, you're not ready yet. She really doesn't look well at all. She's very weak, she's very flat, and quite frankly, she looks lonely and sad. And I really do hope that she pulls through. We'll be back soon. So now I'm down here in Cornwall, it seems like word's got out a bit that there is a vet for hire. So I've just had a phone call from a wildlife enthusiast who's got a couple of patients that he wants me to take a look at.
Morning, sweet cheeks. Breakfast. Hello. Who's a good girl?
Gary Zammit is the head ranger at Feed and Farm, which is dedicated to the care and protection of indigenous UK wildlife.
Good morning, Rodney.
He's invited Scott today to help with 2 of his rescue rooks.
What are you doing?
The great thing about rooks is they're intelligent, they're extremely affectionate, and they're one of our really beautiful native birds in Britain.
Hi there, Gary.
Hello,
How
nice
are you?
to meet you.
Good to meet you, I'm Scott.
Cheers.
And who's this awesome creature?
This is Rodney. So this is
Rodney.
One of our rooks that won't need any of your attention today.
Yes, well, he's looking
fine.
very healthy. I mean, it's very clear. Rooks are part of the crow family, aren't they? With magpies and ravens and things.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And so they're very, very smart, aren't you?
And normally, you think of them as a wild animal. So why is this guy on your wrist?
Well, they're all rescues that can't be released. So this one was actually found when a tree blew down in a storm, and he was the only chick found alive. And so he was reared from a tiny baby. So he's totally what we call imprinted, so he thinks he's human.
Hence the human name.
Yes, hence the human name, Rodney.
Yeah.
You're handsome, aren't you?
Will you come and say hi to the vet? Will you? Oh, you're taking a little nibble out of the vet. Well,
Put your hand
luckily I'm not
behind
here
him.
to see you.
Put your hand behind him, he'll probably step up.
Hello, mate. Wow, he is gorgeous, isn't he? All right then, Rodney, you're going to come and introduce me to the team? Yeah? Should we go? Come on then. Come on then, buddy. Come on this way. Here we go. Come on. Hey.
Hello, guys. Hello, sweet cheeks. Come on then, what have they got for you?
The first patient is a rook called Sweet Cheeks, who was rescued after living most of its life in a cramped cage.
So here they come. I can just go. Good girl. Gotcha. Good girl. I can have a little tea towel. Just cover her eyes.
Yeah.
That'll calm her down a little bit.
Sweet Cheeks is probably one of the worst cases I've ever seen. When we got to the house to collect her, the whole place was absolutely filthy. There was a cage jammed in a dark, dingy room with cats climbing over it. And when we got her out of the cage to have a look at her, we saw the deformed beak, the deformed legs and feet, and she was just a mess, basically.
But I can see that malocclusion there and that they're not actually lined up correctly, which is why we're seeing this knot wearing down. Okay, we just need to trim that end off, don't we?
Yep.
Poor girl. And just whilst we're there, can I just have a look at these feet? Oh, bless her, look at those. They really are mangled, aren't they? Poor little Sweet Cheeks, eh? Deformed beak and then this incredible disability of these two clubbed feet, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her. She's eating and happy just like the other ones?
Yeah, she took a long time to settle in, mainly because she was terrified to leave the cage that she'd lived in for 8 years.
So as this one's the one curling over the top, clearly it's not touching at all on the floor, which is why they're growing so long. But I quite like to have a cue as to how long a natural rook's nail is. So I might just see if Rodney wants to come and help me with that. Come here, mate. Do you want to come and model your feet? Never thought you'd be a foot model, did you? Good boy. That's a good lad. Right, let's have a look at your nails. Okay. So just looking at little Rodney's nails, they're about a centimetre and a half or so. So that's a good guide for Sweet Cheeks, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you want to do it? No? Okay, I'll do it. All right. Okay, good boy. Say to about there. Try that. Okay, good. So poor little Sweet Cheeks is suffering with these very long nails because she's got these very deformed feet. She's had an awful life up to now until she's come to be in Gary's loving arms. And the toes are very deformed. And so the nails aren't wearing naturally on the ground or on perches. And as a result, they overgrow, which is why we need to trim them. Good. That's good. I'm happy with that. Rodney, what do you think? Hey? I think you probably could have done better. Hey, all right. All right, so now for that beak. About there. What do you think? All right, Sweet Cheeks. That's it.
There you go. I know, it's okay.
This side is really off to the left here, so all that is just deviating off to the right. Clearly just not rubbing the way it should. Rodney, I'm trying to work.
He wants attention.
I'm nearly there. This is twinging my perfection gene, so I just want to make her beak look absolutely perfect. It does look so much better already. Look at that. Ta-da!
That's better, isn't it? Oh, I know.
What do you think, Sweet Cheeks? I think that's Rook for unimpressed.
Yeah, I don't think she's impressed at all, are you? Good girl.
Good girl. Well done. All right.
That looks a lot better.
Oh, clip nails, sorted out beak so she can go.
Good
girl. Well done.
Come on in. Easy, easy, easy. There you go. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it?
Oh, thanks, Rodney, for the present there, eh? Didn't they say something about it's good luck to be pooed on by a bird? I think that's what people that haven't been pooed on say. Yeah.
Ow, that's not very nice, Nelson, is it?
Gary's next patient for Scott is Nelson, who has a far more serious problem with his wing.
There we go. Nelson was brought here by a lady who found him just running along a road with one wing drooping. And when she got closer, realised that Nelson couldn't actually take off. Nelson's wing just seems to have drooped more and more with time. And unfortunately, it's getting to the stage now where it's tripping over the wing gets tangled. And then you have the dilemma, do you just euthanize it or do you see what you can do?
Just have a good feel. So you've just been trimming the feathers just because she's been tripping over them?
Yeah, it just takes the weight off it a bit.
It just feels quite wasted, so sort of a section of muscles called patagium, and it's maybe it's been affected at some point, so rather than there being an obvious break, it's just weakness, and so the wing has just dropped down. Yep. But unfortunately, that muscular structure also contains nerves, and if the nerves are irreparably damaged, then unfortunately never will this rook be able to use the wing properly. What I do think is that he suffered a neurological injury. There's something called a patagium, which is basically a sort of a thickening of nerves and tendinous structures that runs down from the shoulder all the way to the wrist joint, the metacarpal. And I wonder if he suffered an injury there, it's damaged the nerves irreparably, and now he can't move his wing properly.
Therefore, I would actually suggest amputation, removing the wing completely.
He's never going to be releasable. But I just feel with the wing gone, his quality of life's going to be better.
All right, let's put this boy in a box.
Okay. There she goes.
Okay, Gary.
All right.
Let's go.
The reality is it might sound harsh taking a wing off, but the wing's doing nothing at all apart from making Nelson's life more difficult. And Nelson could have another 30 years or so. So we want to make those 30 years as comfortable as possible.
Scott will perform the delicate surgery with a new team at a local vet clinic.
Come on then, Nelson.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's go. Come on in. Hello, everyone.
Afternoon.
How you going? Hi, I'm Scott.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
This is Gary.
Hi, Gary.
And this
Nice
is
to
my
meet you.
rook patient, Nelson, who needs a wing amputation.
Okay. I think Claire's in the prep room ready for you, so if you want to go through, it's perfect.
Great. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Come on, let's go.
I've drawn up the drugs ready to go there. All right, so we'll
Waiting to assist Scott are vet nurses Tash and Claire.
X-ray and then prep afterwards.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Scott. How you going?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Claire, hello.
Hi, Tash.
Hi, Tash. How are you? So this is Gary.
Nice to meet you.
And Gary has our rook patient, okay? So Nelson needs a wing amputation. So if you pop him up there and say your goodbyes.
Okay. See you later, Nelson. Yeah, he's nice and calm.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, take it easy. We'll see you on the other side.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
Cheers, Gary.
Cheers.
Where are you, mate? There you are. There you are. I've got you. I've got you. It's okay. 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 Okay, I've got him. Shh. Yeah, got him. There he is. Isn't he incredible?
Yeah.
That, as we know, anaesthetics and birds can be quite risky. This guy seems pretty chilled, however.
It's really calm, isn't it?
He's really calm, and hopefully we'll all be cool, calm, and collected. One of the big things with bird anaesthetics is that we need to just do everything as quickly as possible because they're very delicate creatures. We want the anaesthetic to be short and we want them to wake up quickly. So everything needs to move at pace. So this smells gross, all right? But then you'll wake up feeling much better. Actually, that seems pretty good fit, actually. So I'd let you know when he's going a little limp. I'll know that because he's really got good hold of my finger.
Are you that in?
Yep, he's going a little limp there.
With Nelson now under anaesthetic,
Okay, all right, happy, Tash? All right, let's go.
Scott can get an X-ray of the bird's damaged wing.
That is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Where's this bit of bone gone, Nelson? Hey? I'm really perplexed by what I'm seeing because he doesn't have a part of his humerus. It is literally not on this X-ray. It's so unbelievably weird. I really don't know why or how that's happened. All I know is it's going to make the amputation easier because he doesn't even have bone to cut through. So, happy days, but super weird. So, ladies, a little bit of a turn up for the books in that the humerus already has a gap in it. So, I thought it was very strange when I was feeling it then, but that's clearly why he's not been able to use his wing because it's simply not attached to the rest of his body.
At least there's a good reason for it.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah, and it means less work for us.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to get changed into my vet gear.
Okay.
You guys keep bucking. All right.
Okay, he's stable. He's got really good sound, strong heartbeat. Regular,
Brilliant.
that's good.
Good.
You happy?
Struggling to hear. Just pop the load there.
Just turn the ISO off if you think so.
Seconds later, Nelson's heartbeat has dropped alarmingly.
You just go quite right round the side. Just can't hear it. I'm struggling to hear.
In Cornwall, the operation to remove Nelson the Rook's wing has taken an alarming turn.
I just can't hear it. I don't know whether it's just my hearing, if it's that light.
As we're desperately waiting to hear from Tash so she can hear Nelson's heartbeat, just time starts to stand still and every moment feels like hours.
I don't know if I can just hear machines. Yeah. Turn the ice off.
Just turn the ISO off. Anything?
Can you hear anything?
Now that Nelson's struggling under the anaesthetic and we can't hear his heartbeat, we turn the anaesthetic off. So hopefully he'll start to lighten up, but it does take quite some time before we can hear any heartbeat at all. Happy? Right. Okay. Unfortunately, my friend, I'd have much more finesse than normally, but this is not going to be my prettiest. I think Nelson was in a whisper of death, honestly. Like, he was just so close to not coming back, and anaesthetics in birds are risky. So we'll just skin there. Okay, so this will be the sore bit. Oh.
Okay, right, I'm going to put him back to 3.
As I start to move forward with the surgery, Nelson's anaesthetic again takes a turn and he starts to wake up. Is that a mask?
Yeah, there we go. Right, go back in there, mister.
We react by increasing the anaesthetic and then he goes down again, but it's a hell of a roller coaster ride. Okay, girls. Okay, you ready?
Yep. Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
Off.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Claire, you still happy?
Yep.
So that's the last stitch, so let's wake him up. I don't know about you two, but I nearly had a heart attack doing that.
Yeah, pretty scary anaesthetics,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow, we did warn Gary. I don't know if we warned ourselves.
No.
I think it's supposed to be the harbingers of death. We want him to see the light. Come back towards the light. Come on.
The shock sometimes that can kill them after the operation,
right.
which is the recovery is sometimes the more risky part, isn't it? Which is,
Yeah. Nelson.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
Okay, mate, come on in. That was hellishly stressful. And honestly, I feel like we've literally saved this guy's life a couple of times during this procedure. And now, hopefully, if he comes through this anaesthetic, he's going to make a full recovery. Yeah. So I think we can all feel very proud. There we go.
His eyes are open.
Yeah, his eyes are open.
Hey.
Look at that. He's a fighter.
Say hi.
Feel better now.
Hey, you must say thank you to the girls. Hey, thank you for saving my life. Hey? Hey, you've given all of us grey hairs. Yes, you have. A truly incredible experience has happened here in Cornwall with this rook because it was a very short anaesthetic on a bird that needed a surgery. It was absolutely right to do it, but to go through it with strangers and come out of it with 2 new friends and a rook that survived without the wing that it didn't need, it's an absolute miracle. So here he is.
Looking a bit smaller.
Yes. So the girls and I have just completed an amputation, so you can just see the site under there. The girls did an amazing job at plucking. So, and Gary, I've got some very odd news for you in that actually he was missing a piece of his upper forearm. So his wing wasn't actually attached to his body. It was only attached by skin and sinew and muscle. But the bone literally disappeared. I don't know where it is, but it's not in your bird.
All right.
But after some, shall we say, anaesthetic challenges, girls, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Anaesthetic challenges,
Right.
we've managed to get your boy through and we're just
Brilliant.
chuffed for you. We're
that's
very,
brilliant.
very proud of ourselves and of him. And now we want you to take him home and give him lots of love.
Brilliant. That's
All right.
lovely. Thank you.
Okay, let's pop you in. Good boy. All right, in you go, lad. In you go, lad. That's it. Good lad, good boy. The girls and I are going to the pub. Seriously, pub.
We've been promised a beer.
Yeah, at least one. You've earned it.
Brilliant.
Right.
Thank you.
Cheers, Gary.
Lovely.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks a lot.
All the best.
Cheers. Thank you.
We'll come and visit him. He's only up the road, so.
Yeah, please do.
Bless him.
Cheers. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay.
All right then. Come on.
Bye, Nelson.
Bye, Nelson.
Bye.
Oh, right. I'm never doing a rook anaesthetic ever again.
Nor am I.
Although, can I say, girls, high five.
Come on then, Dotty.
Back in St Margaret's, receptionist Elle is bringing in her newly adopted dachshund Dotty for an important first health check with vet Phoebe.
Oh, hello.
Hello. We've come to meet you today for our general health check. Shall we come out of the bag? Let me put the bag down and we'll get her out safely.
Dotty's welcoming committee is practice manager Maz and receptionist Lizzie.
Oh, you little sausage. Oh. Can have a cuddle.
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 Oh, no. Dotty.
Oh, hi. I think Dotty and I have stolen each other's hearts. There's something about her, and I can see why Elle has just fallen in love with her, because she's just got this little spirit and, oh, yeah, she's just delicious. Just delicious.
The 6-month-old rescue dog was found malnourished in a truck full of puppies that had come from Europe. And Elle wants to make sure she doesn't have any health problems.
She's so thin, isn't she?
I know. She was thinner than that.
Really?
Yeah. She eats like a little horse, though. She's got a good appetite.
Has she?
Yeah.
Good.
Everything.
There it is. Oh, good girl.
What's going on here?
Who else is here?
Who's this?
Who's... Oh, hello. I hope you've got waterproof makeup on.
Maz, move out of the way. I need some time.
Go on then. Go on then.
Oh, and this is Dotty.
Oh, is she going to nuzzle under?
Hello. Come on then. Coming too well.
All right.
Bye, baby. See you later.
Come on, Dotty.
She's ridiculously cute, isn't she? She's so cute. I'm going to wait here till she comes out.
Right then, let me have a little look at her. What we tend to look out for is if she goes in at the waist, which she certainly does, and you can actually see her ribs, and that means that she's a little bit underweight, so put on a little bit more weight and then she'll be perfect, I think.
I think she'll be happy with that.
Yeah, obviously we want to keep her as slim as possible because it will have negative effects on her joints and things if she's overweight. So I assume she's been eating well then.
Eating really well.
Those lovely little teeth. Yeah, it looks like she's got some adult teeth coming through.
How exciting.
Right then, time to listen to your heart. There we go, you look at Mummy.
Good girl. As Phoebe is listening to her heart, it all goes a bit quiet, and I'm thinking, what has she found? Okay, Phoebe?
Yeah. That all sounds fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, nice regular rate and rhythm. So.
Okay, fantastic.
Elle's quite clued up with dogs, obviously, from working in a practice. She knows what she's getting into, and she knows that Dachshunds have issues with spines as well. So that's another thing that she'd like me to check today. The most important things you can do at home are to minimise any sort of big jumps. So try and stop her jumping on and off the sofa and try and avoid stairs if you can as well.
Yeah.
And the other most important thing is keeping her slim, because obviously that will put less pressure on her joints as well.
Okay.
Because the spinal cord obviously runs all the way down the middle of the spine. Sometimes they can get nerve deficits. So one of the ways we test that is by just seeing if she knows where her paws are. So you turn it over and then she corrects it. So she knows where her feet are. That's a good sign.
Thank goodness, Dot. Dotty, is it time to get back in your bag? Time to go home now? Oh, I'll go and get her bag, Phoebe, if you could just hold her.
I'm just going to have one last little cuddle.
Okay.
I don't know what it is that makes Dotty so cute. Maybe it's her massive ears, maybe it's her tiny little legs, or maybe it's just her personality capturing everyone's hearts.
Oh, Phoebe, thank you so much for today.
That's okay.
Very reassuring to know that she's fine and all the things I need to look out for.
Definitely. She's doing really, really well. I'm sure she's got many, many happy years ahead with you.
I'm sure. Come on then, Dotty, let's go. There, you're going to stay in? Come on then. Bye, Phoebe.
Bye.
In Cornwall, severe weather is continuing to take its toll on the local seal population. Scott has been helping out at the Cornish Seal Sanctuary Hospital, and rescuer Dan has arrived with another patient that needs immediate care.
She's a little bit on the small side, just only 14 kilos. Here's her paperwork here from when she was picked up.
Yeah, so she's quite a young one then. Hello, gorgeous.
She is.
And what's her name?
Her name is Fortune.
Now, Dan, I must say, I've seen some varied coloured seals. I've never seen a yellow one before.
She had a little accident in the cage on the way down, and she's covered herself.
Right, a lot of people get travel sickness, so we won't blame you, sweetheart. Never mind. Okay. So straight away I can see a little bit of discharge from the nose there, so she has got a mild respiratory infection, it seems. Cold and flu season for us and cold and flu season for seals.
It can be, yeah. Absolutely.
And then obviously by having a respiratory infection, they can't breathe properly, so they can't dive properly, so they can't eat properly,
which is why you then find them washed up on a beach.
Yeah, exactly. So she's 14 kilos, she's about 5 weeks old now. She should be double that weight, ideally.
All right, well, I think she's in desperate need of some hospital care, so I'm going to don the outfit to just do the quick avian flu test, and then we can get her into the hospital.
Sure, great.
Okay.
Scott needs to check Fortune for the highly contagious, deadly avian flu virus. If she is carrying it, she won't be able to be treated up in the hospital.
All right, so...
nice.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I was going to actually put a swab in her nose. I should have just caught it with my face.
Giving you a sample.
Yeah, she really was.
That looks like it's okay. I think, we got it inside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good girl. Bit of seal snot, yeah?
So there's a saying, make haste slowly, and that's exactly what we have to do with these rescue seals. Yes, they need urgent care, but if we rush them into the hospital and they have contagious diseases, they can spread it to some of the others.
Okay, so very good news there, Dan. Only one line, so no avian flu.
All clear?
All right, yep. So I'm going to get out of this incredible outfit and let's get her into the hospital, shall we?
All right, let's go.
She needs our help. Go round here to Auntie Claire. There she is.
Hey, Claire.
Hey.
So we've got a young female. She's quite underweight and she's got a wound on her right hind flipper and she doesn't have avian flu, so all good. There you go, sweetie.
Finally, I can get to grips with Fortune. Now she's able to be admitted into the hospital. I can check this poor girl over and see what injuries she's suffering with.
Yeah, she's certainly not got anywhere near the fight that some of the others have, does
No, she hasn't got the strength, which is probably because she's so skinny and not been eating for a wee while.
Yeah. The temperature's 36.4, so just slightly low, but at least it's not high, so she doesn't have a active systemic infection, so that's good. So this right flipper, straight away I can feel like it's very swollen and actually quite hot to the touch.
Right.
So no surprise if there's an abscess lurking in there somewhere. So what I found here is just the exit wound of what looks like a bite wound. So she sustained an injury while she's been out and about, and then the wound's healed. She's then got an abscess, which is broken open on the underside of her flipper. So just as a dog or a cat, particularly cats, get cat fight abscesses and they turn very nasty very quickly, the same's applied for little Fortune.
When Scott first saw Fortune in the car park, he was concerned about discharge from her nose.
Chest doesn't sound too bad. So I think it probably is an upper respiratory infection rather than a more serious lung infection.
And her breathing's not too laboured, so hopefully it's just minor.
Yeah. Right. So hydration time. So they've got the same gap between the teeth that a dog has. So you're going with your fingers to get a worming tablet in. That hose must be quite uncomfortable, but it's all very important stuff, isn't it, to rehydrate them?
Yeah, I bet it's not the most comfortable, but she'll thank me in the long run for it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she'll be parched. She needs a good drink.
Yeah.
So now that we've rehydrated little Fortune, the last thing I need to do is to give her some medical treatment. And what she really needs is very similar to how we treat a cat with a cat bite abscess. She needs antibiotics and she needs some pain relief in the form of anti-inflammatories. So I'm going to give her 2 injections, which aren't very nice. They have to go into the muscle, but it's all important to get her to start feeling better. Okay. Well, Fortune, I think your fortunes are looking up, my girl. Yes.
I'm really hopeful that she'll return back out into the wild after the infection's cleared and that she's gained that much needed weight. As soon as she starts feeding for herself and really, really guzzling the fish down and competing well with the others, I'm sure she'll be fine.
No, you're pretty feisty. And feisty's good. That's what we've learned. Feisty's good.
Good morning, Nelson. How are you doing? There you go. Good.
Next morning, over at Feed and Farm, Nelson the Rook is recovering well from his amputation surgery.
You're looking good, aren't you? Have some breakfast.
Hey there, Gary.
Oh, morning.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Right.
Yeah.
How's my rook patient doing?
Brilliant. No, really, really good.
Right? Oh, he looks fantastic, doesn't he?
Yeah, so much more comfortable looking now.
Yeah.
During a tense surgery, Scott had to remove Nelson's deformed wing.
Today, Nelson is looking absolutely fantastic. You would never know that he's been through quite the bumpy ride that he has, and he seems fighting fit.
That's it. And then there's that little suture line in there. Looking good. Very small, really.
Yeah, I'm surprised how small that wound is.
Right, mate, you can go and see your mates, hey? Go and find that girlfriend of yours, hey? Come on then, let's go.
Good boy.
Hello, team. Hello, Rodney. Hello, champ. Look, we got your buddy back. Look. Look. Hi. How are you this morning? Hello. Look. Look, it's Nelson. There he is. There's your buddy. There he is.
Yeah.
All right, Nelson. You go find your girlfriend now, buddy. Okay. And there he is. Fantastic.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's his mate there calling now.
Gary, thanks so much for the opportunity to perform this procedure on your rooks and for sharing your passion, because now, being with these guys just for a couple of days, I can really see where that passion comes from. They're awesome.
That's great. No, thank you. I mean, Nelson there's looking great. He's going to be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And Sweet Cheeks Beak's looking great. And yeah, it is amazing how once you spend a little bit of time with the species that you might not think much of before, it changes your attitude. And that's the whole point of what we do.
You all right, Rodney? Do you want to come home with me? You're pretty cool.
And he is a bit of a star, isn't he?
Oh, he's a ledge.
It's Scott's last day at the Cornish Seal Sanctuary, and he has a special treat for Gwynnie, the first seal pup he helped rescue a few days ago.
Look what I've got. Look, what you think? What you think? Oh, clever girl. Well done.
Someone's got her appetite back, haven't they? It's incredible to see the wild instincts coming back through with this beautiful little seal pup. Gwynnie's ripping away at this fish ferociously, just like a seal would in the wild. So I'm really hopeful that she is going to make a full recovery.
All right, Gwynnie, you be a good girl. Stay in there and get well soon. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. That's it.
Hopefully, both Gwynnie and Fortune will eventually be moved to these outside pools to continue their convalescence. Before Scott heads off, Claire wants to introduce him to Ray, one of the sanctuary's long-term residents.
Ray!
Hello, mate. He's incredible, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great, so...
Hello, big boy.
And if you call him, he'll come a little bit
Ray,
forward.
come here, mate. Here you go, big boy. There you go. Good boy, that's it. Well done. Good lad. Oh, he's such an incredible boy, isn't he?
He is. He's a rescue from back in 2001. Sadly, we think he suffered a blow to the head before he was rescued, resulting in him being completely blind.
Oh, there you go, mate. Well, certainly no issue with him eating, so he can feel the fish coming towards him with his whiskers, can't he?
Yeah, exactly. And luckily, he recognises his own name, so we can give him a little bit of extra fish while the rest are busy eating.
Well, thank you so much for that. That's such a special experience. I do hope that Ray looks after our little Gwynnie.
I'm sure he will, yeah. He's a very sweet character. So he's...
Hello. You better be sweet as well. Hey? Her name's Gwynnie. She's very sweet. She's very beautiful. Don't be too jealous. All right, Claire. Well, thank you so much for letting me come here and work with you. It's been amazing.
Well, thank you so much for all your help.
Oh, you're so welcome. All right, then. Bye, guys. Take care, Claire.
See you later.
Bye. It's been an incredibly special week being down here in Cornwall, a county that I absolutely love. And I've really reminded myself of just how feisty and fun British wildlife are, from the pecky rooks to the slightly snappy seals. And I think I've been reminded of how much British wildlife reminds me of British people, tough and resilient.
And 4 months later, there's some good news from Cornwall. Gwynnie has been nursed back to full health. She's put on weight and her infected bite wounds have fully healed. So today she's being released, along with 6 other rescue seals that have also completed their recuperation.
It's the best feeling in the world. It sounds really corny and really cheesy, but when you see them when they're so ill or so vulnerable when they come in and you build them up and you're releasing them at 30, 35 kilos and they're just this big, healthy pup, it's just fantastic to see them disappear back out into the sea and hopefully be fine.